Welcome back, all you beautiful adventurers, to the Orphan Guild. It is I, your host, the D&D Orphan, back with another episode of Sunday Sessions of Whispers from the Abyss. We are here to finally finish the fight of the Outlaw's Refuge for once and for all. Where we left off last week, Gorb, the Kingpin's brother, had been revealed to be trapped within his own mind, more intelligent than anyone knew him to be, a true, powerful inbred dragon. And after beating him down to half health and being able to reach back into his mind, they broke the chains that bound him to his unintelligence and freed him to finally be his true self, allying with the group to fight against the evil Kingpin, who currently has been polymorphed into a ferret with the stat block of a squirrel. The Kingpin is also currently asleep, incapacitated. He normally, however, looks like this. This was all done by the wonderful magic of our lovely bard, Emmy, as they all teamed up together to keep him pinned down to recuperate, as the rest of the group recruited Gorb to their aid to begin the final stage of this fight and once and for all free the Outlaw's Refuge from the evil grasps of the awful Kingpin. With that, I am joined with our lovely host of a cast of adventurers. As always, at the top, we have the amazing Atlas.
Hi, I'm Atlas. I play Atlan, the Blood Moon Cleric.
Who is a wood elf, correct?
Correct.
From there, we have the gorgeous Godak.
Good. This is Clark, who plays Gadak. And I play a wildfire druid turtle.
From there, we have the enamorous Emmy.
Hi, I'm Kareem. I play Emmy, who is a College of Glamour bard high elf.
And last but certainly not least, at least for now, we have the vicious Vadagar.
Alright, I'm Twisted. I play Vadagar, the Dwarven Stone Sorcerer.
We also have a wonderful member by the name of Nessa, the notorious Nessa. But sadly, they will be a little bit late today's session, and I will have them do an introduction before their first round of combat. With that, we pick up where we left off last session. For now, I will say initiative has paused. We will continue. I will allow you all to reroll if you would like, or we can stick with what we already have. I do have it saved, so no worries there.
I am totally good with staying with that because I rolled an at 20, so.
Yeah, I was like, I could use a reroll, but it's not uber important.
Okay.
It's not super important for me, so.
I'm just fixing the initiative tracker because I've got it where it's still two.
Oh, we're
groups.
using the actual in-game initiative, or in...
Now we can switch back to the real in-game initiative tracker. Indeed.
Oh, let's go.
Indeedy do. Troy is gone, right? Troy's not here any longer. Who is Troy? Oh yeah, Troy.
Who's Troy?
Don't worry about it.
It's definitely no Troy.
You did. I wasn't supposed to say his name, so it's all good. Don't worry about it.
He's one of the guys. Okay. On that note, there was one we were kind of pressed for time last time, and I didn't have time to think about this. But it is something that I definitely would have done had we had time. Is that as we came through, I'm going to use an ability. I wanted to use an ability that I've only ever used once this campaign, and is one part of one of my 3 items that I brought with me.
Okay. What is that?
DM Vadagar's Earthen Fortress. I want to use that.
You're gonna block off the entrance, I assume?
Entryway.
That makes
Correct.
sense.
Yeah. So as I come through and everyone goes through, I turn around and I raise up one of my hands, and this fucking wall just blocks off the entrance.
All right, yeah, and that
And
seals you.
I
off
will roll.
from the rest of.
I will roll for it because that's how I do it.
Oh yeah, we need to
Oh,
remember.
nat 20.
Nice!
Vadagar, you summon the wall,
Yes.
and it just forms as a solid piece of steel. Rather than even being stone, you pull from the very depths of the earth iron, and you smelt it, compress it all with your magic, and in an instant you create a wall of pure steel, unimpenetrable, completely reinforced with magic.
Yep, and it is invincible for 1 minute at the very least.
I'm gonna say for this whole fight, it is invincible.
Fair enough. I will take it.
You reach deep into your depths. Your father even pumps all of the magic enchanting he can into your soul, and as you do this, this wall just becomes just made of pure obsidian. Essentially, it is unpenetrable.
Hell yeah.
All right, adding everybody to initiative and getting everybody's initiatives in.
I'll say
And
that is glorious. That is the second time I've cast that spell this entire campaign.
while I get everyone into initiative, please, everybody, go ahead and we're out of initiative right now, so everybody do whatever you want to do, role play. Let's get that.
Yep.
Let's get going.
So with that, Atlan, I should say now.
Oh, you're cutting out, Vadagar, cutting out like crazy.
Yeah, you're cutting out hard.
Sorry, I've been having troubles with my remote lately where it just disconnects randomly.
You're back.
But I was
I
gonna,
hear you.
with that, Atlan, your banishment spell that you have on the one guy, if you do need to drop concentration, feel free to do so because they're still gonna have a hard time getting in.
Fair enough.
Oh, you don't even have to worry about that guy. Creed would have specified that his job is simply to help Gorb. If Gorb's not able to be helped any longer, he leaves. He has no loyalty to the Kingpin except for a paycheck, and his paycheck is literally is only to protect Gorb. And he has failed. He knows either the Kingpin's gonna kill him or the Kingpin's gonna die. So either way, later.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Creed
yeah,
said
there's
that he
also
was
a guy
Creed
that's
said that he was specifically told to help Gorb. He can't help Gorb, so you have no
gotcha.
you don't have to worry about him any longer. You know that you're good.
Well, that or he could become an ally, but regardless,
That
there's
could
still
be
the
that.
one mystery
That
dude.
is a possibility. Yeah.
There is the one mystery dude. And last session, I do believe you said the other guy, the fucking sorcerer wizard guy that we talked to before we even started the fight, I forget his name.
Luca.
Was encroaching on the battle when we were having it. And then there's the soul contracted goblin. So I mean, they're all locked out now.
Mm.
Yeah, they're all out there. Yeah, they can't do nothing to help.
And then the guy that was healing Gorb at the near the end of the fight of last session. So like they're all locked out. We don't need to worry about those guys.
Yep.
And I mean, hell, that guy that was supposed to help Gorb doesn't even know what's going on. All he's going to do is poof back into existence and see that
exactly.
we
He'll
and
see
Gorb
Gorb
are no longer there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All he was supposed to do was help Gorb. He sees Gorb is gone. He got no reason to stay here no longer. He gone. He leave. All right. So with that, I have everyone in initiative, but like I said, let's go ahead and we're out of initiative currently. So what does everyone want to do? Let's go ahead and get prepped. What is the plan? So currently, the ferret is incapacitated. Nessa or Emmy, how long has the spell been going on for, and how much longer does it last?
I noted it down. I think. Did I not? I
It'll
noted
be
it
getting
down
close. I know
somewhere.
that.
No, it's the sleep. The sleep lasts for an hour.
But the polymorph also lasts for an hour. So I mean, I don't think that's an issue.
There's
It's
only
the rest of our abilities.
yeah. So it was going for 4 rounds. So we
that's
still
about
have 96
5 or
left.
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Does
no.
anyone have an idea of how many rounds it's been since we started the battle?
Trying to figure that out.
I don't think it's. I was gonna say I don't think it's been more than like 5 rounds.
Yeah, 5 rounds.
Imagine
Though it's been
3.
like 3 sessions, but
3 rounds on the first session. I have
Probably about 3 rounds a session. I'm
4.
probably thinking like 9.
4 on the second.
Yeah, so probably like around.
7 rounds since initial start of combat. I don't think I cast my thing on the first turn though, so I think I have 4 rounds left on my aura.
Okay. Well, I will re-up right before we start the fight. So, like, if everyone else needs to do everything right before we start re-engaging the Kingpin, I'm gonna re-up on my demonic frenzy and my whatchamacallit, fiendish cloak.
Okay.
The only thing I don't have any. I mean, anything. I mean, I doubt I'm probably gonna. The only thing I would have maybe I could do before we re-engage would be throwing up my fire shield spell, but I don't think I'm gonna be in close proximity for melees. So this fight, so
All right.
don't
Well,
really need to do.
bigger thing is wherever you guys want to be positioned for the start of the fight, go ahead and start moving your tokens and getting everywhere.
And do we need to do any more healing?
Healing too. Yeah. If there's any
I
healing that
mean,
needs
I
to
would
be done.
encourage
Think-
everyone to get in my circle.
I think we pretty much are
Um,
almost full up. I think on our side. I thought.
And
Yeah, Emir will
while
stand
we're doing
there.
that, does Arista find anything in here?
Oh, she went to explore in there finally.
she-
Okay.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, she was going to do that, but again, we were pressed for time. We were
And
only doing our
we
main actions.
we left. Yeah,
Okay.
we left off. Yeah. All right. Arista
Yeah, so in
hops
here.
into there. And while she doesn't find any items, she looks deep into the waters below, looking into the green, like algae-filled water of the underground lake, essentially. And she sees something deep within the water swim very fast before just vanishing. It seems something is lurking within the water. Other than that,
You
there's
roll a perception, survival, or insight check.
out of any of the three, each one would give a different result. So just tell me what you're gonna roll.
Can I roll a perception followed by an insight? Or sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so for Arista, let me just get out of Vaticar, go to Arista. A 17 for perception
She sees
and a
that
14 for insight.
whatever the creature is with her perception, she's able to see that it is more shiny than it is dull. So maybe some kind of shiny scales or something of the sort. However, for insight, she's not able to tell too much, except for that it seems the creature was maybe startled by her appearance of above the water, something of the sort like that. But that's all she's able to really tell.
And the 14 insight. Well,
That's what I was talking about for the insight, was that she was able to tell that the creature was like startled by her.
yeah. So that's the 17 perception and the 14 insight.
Yeah,
right
the
there.
perception was to see, was she could see that the whatever the creature is, it's kind of shiny. It like the light of the lanterns on the cave and everything kind of glimmer off of it. But at the same time, all she could really tell on her insight was that the creature maybe was spooked by her, something of the sort.
Gotcha. So she's gonna dart back using her movement, and bonus action dash.
Yeah, we're
and
out of it.
she's again.
We're out of initiative right now, so just you're good. Just regular shit.
Yeah, she's gonna skitter back along the roof.
All right.
It's some HP stack, right?
10 HP does stack, correct?
Yeah, great.
If
All
you're
right.
in my circle for the full 4 rounds, you would gain 50 hit points of temporary HP. Alan's
Gore-
also casting Vigilant Blessing on Vadagar and Straw again, and restoring his Blood Wings.
Gorb approaches
Are we
God.
rolling?
Real quick, Gorb approaches Godak. You all hear Gorb's thudding footsteps throughout the entirety of the Kingpin's chambers, as he walks all the way up to Godak specifically, looking at the large dragon-like tortoise. You know, the very we all know him to be inspired by Bowser, who's like a dragon turtle. So Gorb looks at him and he turns to him and speaks. What are you?
Well, in my world, we're known as turtles.
not a dragon.
Looking at you, very confused.
No, to my knowledge, there's no dragon lineage in my
Very,
bloodline.
very, very strange. Well then, move aside, little tortoise, and let me be the one to stand at Gorb's face for the start of this battle.
And I sort of do a sort of like a nod bow and kind of do like the thing with my arm going out like.
And he looks at you, and he kind of gives you a nod. He seems to be very. He takes a liking to you. Of all the group so far, you can definitely tell that he's more interested in you than even Vadagar, who Vadagar has shown much magical potential. But he pushes past. Obviously, big man, so he does still nudge past you a bit, and he moves into Gorb. He attempts to move into Gorb's chambers. He sees Vadagar standing in front of him, and he looks to Vadagar and he says,
Kingpins, because he's Gorb.
"Yes, I know. Gorb's trying to get into the Kingpin's chamber to be the one."
Yeah, there we go. You said
Yeah.
Gorb's chamber, and I was like, what?
My bad, Kingpin's chamber. Yeah. So he
Yeah,
sees Vadagar, you standing kind of in the doorway, and he gives you a look at first.
I am like hovering in the air, about shoulder height.
Well, you're still in the doorway though. You're still like.
Yeah. But
so
I'm hovering. I'm not on the ground.
Yeah, but he looks at you, and he kind of just gives you a glance, and he assumes you overheard him and Godak's conversation. So do you move out of the way for him, or does he have to speak?
Oh no, I'm a pretty tiny dude. I am just gonna be hovering around his shoulder.
Currently, his head is
when
to the roof. Currently, Gorb is perfectly. He's exactly the same size as the
I
Kingpin.
I will float into the room, and I'm
Perfect,
like, all right,
okay.
you ready to do this, big guy?
Indeed, let us feast on my brother's flesh.
Oh, not sure I'm gonna do that, but let's rip this guy apart.
And he looks
And
at the ferret.
again, I'm gonna be floating around his shoulder, so like be here, but around his shoulder.
Got you. So yeah, he looks like at the ferret, the sleeping ferret. And he turns
And
back.
I sort of scratch my face and yeah, that's Gorb at the moment. If you hit him, he'll turn back.
He looks from Vadagar what with the puzzled look, and he quickly looks over to you, Godak, and he says,
"That is my brother."
and he turns back to the ferret, and he kind of, you see his eyes ignite with magic. You all feel the fucking air become tenser as Gorb's energy begins to emanate off his body as he begins to use his powers, and he uses his true sight to examine the ferret, and he's able to see that that is indeed his brother. And turning back to Vadagar, he says,
"It is very, very impressive what you all accomplished today. I commend each and every one of you."
Well, you weren't no pushover yourself, my friend.
he gives a deep, like, grumbling chuckle. And he looks down to you, shoulder height, obviously not looking down because you're flying right now. And he says,
"Very well. I await the go-ahead to squish him like the bug he is."
All right. Quick pause. Godak, select who you want. It can't be me because I had it last time. Select who is going to be carrying the golden dice.
Oh yeah, I haven't used it yet. Let's see. That can't be you.
Yeah.
I'll get. I'll probably give it to Nessa.
Yeah, I think
Nessa?
that's the best
Perfect.
idea.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
really
kind of
roll
what I was
to hit.
thinking too. But hey,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was thinking too. But at the same time, like it's up to you.
My goodness.
I was thinking, like, because I know it's more useful if you're doing melee.
I don't have a single roll to hit spell, like, at all.
Yeah.
Right. But if they roll a nat 1 on their save, it still
True.
applies, right? You
Yeah,
clarified that.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, yeah, because they're gonna be in melees, so if they potentially get chomped
So they
out.
can take a whole 4d6 instead of 2d6 because I
Again.
don't have a single damage spell either.
Well, don't forget.
Just out
No,
of
the
curiosity,
golden die
should
is.
we have given it to Gorb?
No, it only
that was
only players.
that was my
Only
first
players. Yes,
thought. I was like,
I did
I was
specify
about to
this can
ask that,
only be
but
held by players.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can also use it on our
On your
minions. So,
NPCs,
for instance,
yes.
if I had, I could.
Yes,
Yeah.
but Gorm is not a minion.
I
Gorm
got
is his
spell.
own thing. Yeah, Gorm
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
solitary.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
know. I just thought it'd be funny.
It'd be very funny to give it to him, yeah.
But yeah, no, but don't forget, Kareem, the way the golden dice works is when you have the golden dice, if they nat 1 or you nat 20, you roll the d20, and rather than it being the regular 1 to 10 system, it's just whatever the dice roll is, that's how much you multiply your damage by. So if you have a spell that is 4d6 and you roll a 13, you do 13 times 4d6.
Yeah, see, that's the funny part. I only have a 2d6 damage spell, and that's Vicious Mockery.
Oh.
I don't have a single other damage spell.
Oh.
Which is why
maybe
having that on
something
me
for
is-
us to think about. Maybe
Yeah.
increase the duration of a spell or increase the DC. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, I'm probably
But anyway.
multiclassing Warlock next time.
Ooh.
Anyway, let's keep going.
All right. With that, Gorb will stand by and wait for y'all's sign to begin the battle.
Did we
Also,
all attack at once?
I would like to ask, how did everyone feel about the voice?
About what?
Feel about what?
God, what the fuck do you mean? The voice I did for Gorb.
oh, this one.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Oh, it's different, but a little more ominous. He doesn't. You made him sound very like intellectual last time, and now he seems, a little bit more threatening.
He's still intellectual. He's just obviously he's a dragon. I've been practicing my voice acting, and I'm trying something new.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I like it.
okay.
I
Cool.
like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
As long as it's not ear
I
piercing.
mean, I like Riley better. I like Riley better.
Ah ha ha! Aye, well, that's just because
Fucking love-
Riley and Brood are
fucking
just
love
the
Riley.
same. It's because it's Riley's voice is pretty much just Brood's voice, but a little more energetic in this campaign. Because when I play Brood, I voice him like I voice Riley because I play him energetic.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you play Brood, but I mean,
Yeah.
I love Riley.
All right. With that, is everybody ready? So you guys you can't really do a group attack because to start the attack, you have to not only hit him, which will not only knock him back on, he will become conscious again, but will instantly knock him out of his polymorph. So
Sorry.
yeah, that will instantly that will start the initiative back
Alright.
up then.
Yeah. I
Should we
already
allow
held my
Gorb to
action.
kick it off?
That was the plan. Yeah, he'll step on the ferret and then that'll start the battle.
It's up to everyone else. What does everyone else think? We all good? Does anyone need
Yep.
healing? Like, what are we doing?
We all ready?
Straw's
yeah, no,
good.
I'm fine.
Atlan?
Straw's good.
Alright.
Actually, I might. I can bardic inspiration any ally, right? I'm pretty sure it says that. Oh, just another creature. I would like to. Does anyone want bardic inspiration, or should I just give it to Gorb?
I'm in the room. I'm in the room with the boss. I wouldn't mind it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'll give you bardic inspiration then.
What is that? A D8?
Yeah, it's a
You're
it's a
blessed,
D8 at the current
Khadgar.
level.
Same
Oh, you're casting Bless?
Hemi. Yeah, but like as prep. So the 3-player characters have it. I already put the token on you guys. Just remember. And
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
You have, as usual, Vadagar. You have the Vigilant Blessing, which is advantage on initiative, which doesn't really matter, but advantage on first attack. Straw
Gotcha.
also has that.
And don't forget, Vadagar, you have the shield, artificer ability, and
What does it do again?
that allows you.
I know it.
I posted the thing in the Sunday chat. You might have to scroll up to it. But the
I just need a quick refresher on what it is. Like I know what Riley's does.
as a reaction, let's see. The shield have four. Yeah, it's 4 charges. It gives you a +1 to your AC on top of what you have, and then the wielder can
right,
use
plus one
a
AC.
reaction immediately after being hit by a melee attack to expend one of the charges to push the attacker 15 feet away. And the
Gotcha.
shield weakens
Wait,
1d4 charges at dawn.
real quick. Before we start, I'm going to say this in Vadagar. Before we start this, do you know what he's weak or strong against?
Oh, lightning.
He's what? Weak or strong
He's weak
against?
against. Yeah, he's weak against lightning. We found that out. I think the first session
We
of the
know.
fight.
Hey
That's
Riley, can
found
you
it.
glean anything from him?
Riley looks at the ferret and says, it's a ferret. Sorry, boss.
Fair enough.
That's all
Have
I know.
Have we noticed if he's strong against anything?
Don't believe
No one's.
so. Oh, you did. They did learn that he is resistant to non-magical bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
Yeah, I
We
was
don't know if
thinking
he
that, but
absorbs
it's kind of
necrotic
given.
like Orb does.
No necrotic. No. I don't think they did any necrotic damage, but I can also.
Yeah, I think it was mostly just
I can
melee
tell
damage.
you
and-
flat out that he does not have necrotic resistance.
We know he's
Hey,
immune to
Gorb.
command.
Gorb looks at you.
Hey, Gorb, do you know if your brother has any weaknesses or resistances?
The last time I saw him was when we still were in our mother's womb. Sadly, no, I do not.
All right. Well, from what we've gathered, he's weak to lightning. Keep that in mind.
He can't be feared, if I remember correctly, and he's immune to the spell command.
Yes, that is
That's about
correct.
what I
Command,
remember.
he is completely immune to. Yeah, he is immune to the spell command. Gorb.
Take us off, Gorb.
Gorb will grab the kingpin as a ferret, and he turns his head, looking out the hall and at you, Emmy, directly piercing you with his gaze. He says,
Elf, drop the sleep spell so I might say something to him before we start.
Yeah, and with that, I drop to sleep.
So the ferret is in his hands. He's holding it like a goddamn can of fucking SpaghettiOs, kind of shaking it a bit violently. He's not even shaking it. It's just like his tense muscles, his anger, his rage is just his whole body is kind of vibrating a bit as he turns back from you as you kind of you give a gulp and you say okay, and you drop the sleep spell as the ferret just begins to stir to awaken, and it instantly begins to bite. It starts biting at his hand, thinking it to be just one of you probably, until its eyes begin to flicker, just opening more and more as its gaze begins to rise. Vadagar, you see this clearly because you're perfectly level for all of this. You get the show right in your face, and you see the ferret's gaze lock to Gorb's. And you have never been more sure in your life of what a ferret's been thinking. Holy fucking shit. I didn't know this could happen because his eyes are wide, the pupils are tiny. You know that look that an animal gets when it's backed into a corner, it's afraid for its life, it knows bad shit's about to go down. The hair sticking up on the end of its neck. That is what is going on with the ferret. The teeth bared. You can see the gums.
Does it drop a few ferret
Oh,
pellets?
100%. You see to the ground just a little nuggets drop to the floor as it hisses and it hisses, and Gorb laughs.
Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Brother, it is time. Let us begin the feast.
As he takes the ferret, you hear the cracking and crunching of bones as the ferret gasps for breath as he reaches his chubby arms back, and he lifts the ferret and he throws it at the opposing wall. The ferret going flying, smacking violently into the bookcase, just splattering. You see blood, guts, and bones of the little animal just everywhere as the magic begins to circulate. The guts and bones begin to evaporate off of the walls and conglomerate into a big pile of just floating mass, and then it begins to rapidly expanding as the magic of Emmy begins to nullify until the Kingpin returns. Down on both knees at this moment, he looks up, his eyes catching Gorb's, Gorb looking down to him, and it is completely silent for a moment, what feels like an eternity, as the Kingpin turns to his brother and speaks. Well, well, well. If it is not the fat tub of lard back from the cage in which I locked him in.
Silence, you insolent rat. I will feast upon your flesh, and I will tear those horns from that head of yours, you rat.
As the fight begins. Okay, real quick, my dogs are going crazy.
Else paint a picture when he was holding the little ferret kingpin of. If anyone's watched DBZ Abridged, when Vegeta as an ape is holding Goku and it turns into a squeaky toy.
Ah, yeah, for sure.
That's exactly what I couldn't stop thinking about that.
There's a lot of good media where there's like some big creature holding something small.
Mm.
Oh, my water's finally drinkable in my city again.
All right, sorry about that. I am back. I heard
We're
Dagger
just
say
we're
something.
just talking about how. Yeah, I was just saying, like, did anyone else have like the mental picture when Gorb was holding his brother of DBZ Abridged Vegeta holding Goku and turning him into a squeaky toy?
I'm gonna be honest, I
Yeah.
was more in the Attack on Titan realm.
That too. That's a pretty fitting one as well. Yeah. Hasta la vista, the bees and the eagles. All right. With that, the fight begins. And at the very top of our initiative tracker is none other than the wood elf himself, Atlin. Take us away.
All right, so now that the fight has begun, I'm going to cast my Gentle Divinity.
Please, for this
So that
episode, everybody, when you describe when you do what you let's put more role play to this episode than normal. This is the end of this fight. Let's make this good. So Atlan, be very descriptive with how you do everything. You describe, your staff smashing to the ground as the blood just spills out all around you and creates your, just let's be fucking descriptive with today's episode, fellas.
so yeah, I hold my holy symbol up. You see, what's sort of like an orb of purplish and red energy kind of form around it and then expand to the full size around me. And so that would shimmer with purple and red light, kind of morphing and moving almost like a lava lamp in some places. Um, and that would be Action. I don't think I want to even do anything movement wise. Actually, yes, I will move just a little bit. Uh, as I'm doing this, Straw is moving, so I would end up probably where he is, which I thought this was attached. There we go. That's better. So move into place. I'd be, I don't want to be near the doorway. I'd be at least a few feet back from, any expected projectiles, coming out from that doorway, and kind of stand there at the door. Straw would move into place. Actually, I forgot this map is a little bigger. He can definitely get there. So Straw goes storming in, light on his feet as usual. Kind of runs around up to the Kingpin, and I think he's just going to get into position. I don't think he's going to strike out right away. Yeah. That would be movement, action, or I guess I have to use a key point to be able to step for the wind and dash in there. Um, and then patient defense is my action, or vice versa. Either way, it's one key point.
Okay.
So he gets in there, he gets into position. He's kind of scowling, and he's got his fists up and ready for action, but hasn't. He's waiting for, I guess, Kingpin to either make the first move or, have some more advantage to his attack. And
You've
I
entered
believe
melee range.
correct.
All right.
He's in
And
melee range and defensive stance.
and that ends your turn.
Yes, that's everything.
All right, and with that, the Kingpin will take his first legendary action. As he sees Straw approach him, he gives a laugh. Ha 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 ha. You think, brother, that these pesky little mortals will stand a chance to fight us? No, no, no. Rise, my children, as you see shadows expand from the Kingpin's feet, spreading instantly from underneath Gorb out into the hallway behind Riley, as tiny little Kingpins.
I counterspell this.
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it, but like I said, he's got a legendary action after every turn, so he can.
Yep.
So that's fine. All right, so you
But
counterspell it this time.
he's only got a certain amount of legendary action points that he can cast per round. So.
Yeah, until he gets to his turn. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. This that wastes his first legendary action, legendary action.
This turn.
And you, as the shadows expand underneath you, Vadagar, you get the feeling that it's going to be something not great, and
Bad.
you counterspell it, and you see the shadows quickly just dissipate.
You asked us to describe this, right?
Yeah,
so
please go ahead.
I am so glad this is the first time I've been able to use counterspell in its actual ability. Thank you, DM. As I see him extending the shadow, he puts up his hand and extends the shadow. As I see that happening, I'm like, not today. And I pull out some energy from within myself and I snap my fingers and the shadows just disperse.
And he gives a scowl and he says, "Fine, it matters not, little dwarf, for I will just bring them out later." As that
We'll
ends
see.
his legendary action, bringing it to your turn, Vadagar.
Okay, so I would like to describe, because I did say I was going to rebuff myself at the beginning of the battle, so to describe that, right as Gorb is throwing him across the wall, I take this dark red energy and palm it up into my hand, and I throw it into my chest, and now fire erupts kind of from my body with like dark sparks of flame and fire in my eyes. All right.
And
And
Vadagar,
for
your
my actual turn.
begins.
Yes.
But you're invisible right now, Vedagar? The shit.
What? I'm
No,
not
I'm
invisible. What are
using
you talking
that.
about?
That's indicating advantage from your first attack. Once you have your first attack and roll advantage, you can delete that.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and get rid of it now since he's about to take his turn.
Righto.
Oh great, I'll
Hey.
I'll give it to Lila then in the tactical form.
Hey, Riley, can you sense anything off this guy?
He looks to the Kingpin, and he does his thing. And Gorb will take his reaction. As you say that he hears you shout this out, Vadagar. He lifts his hand, he gives a flick, and Riley is given true sight, able to pierce through Kingpin's defenses and give you information. Riley looks at the Kingpin and he says, "Oh, boss! I don't know what that other dragon just did, but it helped a lot. Yeah, he's weak to lightning, and he's weak to psychic damage. Strange. Resistances are non-magical bludgeoning, slashing, piercing, and he's also resistant to force damage."
All right. Thanks, Riley. Hit him. And Riley will take his 2 shots at advantage, I'm guessing, because of straw.
Yes.
Okay, first shot. It's a 15 plus a whole bunch. It's like 15 plus, what is Riley? Fucking 20, 27.
27 to hit.
Oh, no button. Okay. And second shot. It's another 27.
That will both hit.
And 3d10. That's going to be 6d10 plus 18. 2, 3. And this is plus 18. So 40 points of damage.
Okay.
Explosive damage.
All right. Oh, explosive damage, which means it is fire and force, which means half of it he is resistant to. Or no,
all right.
not, yes, resistant to. Yes, correct.
So he takes 30 points of damage.
30 points of damage, indeed.
Okay.
All right.
And then switch back over to Vadigar. He's weak to psychic, eh? I did convert extra sorcery points, didn't I?
Yeah, as Riley says that, Riley says, "I don't know why, but he's weak to psychic." You hear Gorb chuckle, saying,
It seems that curse you placed upon me, brother, left you in a worse state than it did me.
I will bonus action, quicken spell, cast Mind Thrust on him.
"All right." Oh shit! We thrust into the Kingpin's
So?
mind. I wasn't expecting this. I'm gonna have to roleplay, or I mean, improv.
I mean, you can just use it as a regular spell. Like, you don't
Fuck
have to do the special
no!
thing.
You know me.
Okay. Well, anyway, he needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. The Kingpin's not terrible at those. He's not dumb like his brother, but he's not super intelligent. Well, he's not. His brother's not dumb anymore. His brother's intelligent now, but that is a dirty 20.
I'm going to reaction cast Silvery Barbs. So roll again, buddy.
Okay. That is a dirty 15. It's a 15, not a. I don't know why I said dirty. It's a 15.
That's a fail.
Damn. Okay.
Is he going to use? I think he's got what, 2 more legendary resistances. Is he one of those?
What's the spell again?
Lance of Psychic Disruption onto the mind of a creature.
Oh,
within
Mind
range.
Thrust. Right, Mind Thrust. No. Nah, this is better for roleplay that he fails this anyway.
Okay, so on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, action, bonus action. It only gets one of the 3.
Yes. Does not affect legendary actions, however, which we did discuss. All right, cool. Right.
Yeah, or later actions.
So,
like that, but yeah.
All right, Vadagar, you do what you do best. You concentrate your magic. Go, just describe it for me. Yeah, I'll let you take it.
Psychic, eh? I'll put my shield hand onto my forehead, and then Father, let's do this. And I'll thrust out my
Special.
shield hand as this purplish energy just goes straight and wraps around the Kingpin's head.
Kind of like a special beam cannon.
I was thinking about that as I said
Yes,
it. Yeah.
yeah. I put my hands into the motion. Into the camera. I said, "Special beam cannon." That's fucking Piccolo's my. I love Piccolo. All right, yeah, you fucking yeah. It wraps and like rather than just shooting him like the regular special beam cannon, it acts like a whip, right? And it shoots out and it wraps around his head, and then suddenly like a thorn of crowd, like a crown of
Crown of
thorns.
thorns.
Exactly,
Crown of thorns.
exactly. It fucking just it pierces into him. You hear him scream out in agony as you suddenly your consciousness is transferred through the whip into his as you find yourself awakening in another mental realm.
He also, DM, real quick, just before I forget, he takes 24 points of psychic damage. It's 12 times 2.
All right, 24. All right. Let me add that real quick. Okay. All right. So your eyes begin to open, Vadagar, and you feel your father standing beside you. You're crouched on one knee, like, hero pose, as he puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, "Son, oh, you need to see this." As you lift your head, looking up to see the Kingpin's mental realm. Similar to Gorb's, he's laid out on a pile, but not a pile of bones, a pile of wealth, a pile of gold, treasure, your more stereotypical dragon's hoard. And perched atop it is the Kingpin, looking out past you and your father towards the distance behind you. Do you turn around?
I'll glance over at my father and kind of like a nod that he won't take his eyes off him, and I'll quickly side eye behind myself.
And the glance you get of what is behind you is terrifying. You see the sights as if you were atop one of Sanctuary's mountains. You've seen the huge mountains that create that surround the canyons you have been traversing so far, the clearings. The first one being entirely surrounded by these just infinitely tall mountains, so high that no matter how high you flew, you could never reach their peaks. They they ascend all the way past the clouds, maybe even into the heavenly realms themselves. And you always wondered what was perched atop these mountains, and you finally get to see what is perched atop these mountains, but it is not the kind of sight you wish to see, Vadagar. As you see behind you just the descending sight of Sanctuary, not only the Tristram clearing, but every clearing you've seen so far, and places you don't recognize in the distance, a desert, a city upon a port, and a large castle city in the distance. All three of these locations and Tristram just ablaze in hellfire. Everything just destroyed and just covered in destruction and rot. You see hundreds of thousands of little versions of the Kingpin just infinitely throughout this environment. You see them wreaking havoc upon the lands. You hear the screams of infinite children, women, and men, and you know that the sight before you is the wishes, the desire, and the hopes of the Kingpin. Nothing but to destroy and rule all of the lands of Sanctuary.
All right. I will say, DM, you are cutting out every here and there, kind of like me when I need to reset my mic.
Why? The fuck?
A little bit. We can kind of make out what you're saying,
Is
but you are kind of.
anyone else hearing this too?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's,
Is it better
it's a little
now?
crackly on my end.
Better now?
Well, I'm not sure until you actually start talking in sentences, but like it's been like kind of cutting a little bit of each of your sentences out.
Okay, is that better? Hello, dee dee dot dee dee do do dee dot dee dee do. Is that better? Am I cutting out
Yeah,
still?
much better.
Okay. Awesome. Weird.
All right. Okay, so does that suck me out of his mental realm, or?
No, you're still you just saw this. We're still in his mental realm. he doesn't even acknowledge you. The Kingpin doesn't even acknowledge you and your brother. He is staring off at the destruction, the chaos that he is causing in this dream, essentially, of his.
I see what your goals are. I will not allow it to happen on my watch. And I want to, while I'm in his mental realm, I'm going to think about my mental realm and that golden, glowing energy that I felt there. And I want to try to transform it to burn away the image within his realm.
Okay, hold on. I think I just fucking my headphones just cut out like crazy. I did everything just came through just statically for a second. What did you say?
I said, while I'm in his mental realm and I see this, I'm going to say, I see what you want, and I will not allow it to happen. And I will sit there and I will focus inwards on myself, with slight thoughts of my father trying to help me, and I will think of the golden energy that I felt within my own mental
Mhm.
realm, and I will channel that kind of golden energy and see if I can kind of burn away the image within this realm.
Hmm. Okay. While where you attempt to burn away the image, something else happens. You instinctively feel the need to raise your hands, and doing so, roll me your magic's charisma base. So roll me just a charisma roll, because Arcana makes no sense for you.
Yeah, your mic's still cutting out a little bit.
The fuck is going
Roll
on?
you a spellcasting modifier, or what
Yes,
am I doing?
correct. Yes, spellcasting modifier, because Arcana makes no sense for you since you're charisma based.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I have definitely upped my Arcana, but it's still not as good as my
That's why, yeah, so I'm
Charisma.
saying, yeah.
It's still not as good as my, yeah. It's gonna be a +8 then.
Is my mic still cutting out for everybody else? Is it better still or no?
No, it's better
It's
now.
fine for me.
I am
Okay.
going to use my last regular inspiration. This one equals
Fucking
to
weird.
reroll that. That is even worse. So the first one was a 6, I think it was, or a 7. Well, anyway, 6 plus 8 would have been 14.
You feel your
Oh,
father.
plus. Hold on. 15. 17. That's as best
What's
I
the
can
D6
do.
from? What is the
And
D6 from?
Zephyr.
Oh.
and also your father lays his hands on your shoulder and he dumps another d20. So you roll another d20 and add it onto your 17.
That is a 34.
There we go. You and your father together, he pumping all of his magic into you, channeling his own enchanting, essentially enchanting you himself. You feel the empowerment, you feel the own energy in you skyrocket. Zephyr on your shoulder, you realize that she is here with you as well in this mental realm, and she is as sickened by this sight as you and your father are, and her pumping her magic into you, and you finally breaking through. From your hands ascends that same pillar of golden light that you saw within your own mental realm. It skyrockets into the air, piercing through the clouds deep into the heavens. It just radiating like does everyone know the Erd tree from
Yeah,
Elden
Elden
Ring?
Ring.
Yeah. So you know how it's glowing and it just the branches expanding and everything from the top with the energy like that, just this golden beam of light shooting into the sky, branching off, creating these thousands of beams of golden light just extending off far beyond the sky the eye can see, lighting not only the hellscape underneath it, but also the infinite oceans surrounding Sanctuary, as all of the versions of Kingpin look to the sky, roaring out in anger and in pain as they begin to fizzle. They begin to they distort like a character glitching in a game. They begin to vibrate, shaking, almost like unraveling. And you see the Kingpin for the first time break his view of his kingdom down to you, as he in a rage and snarling, he looks to you and says, "What do you think you are doing? This is my kingdom. This is my domain. I am the ruler of this place."
I don't care you think you're the ruler of. Your reign ends today, whether it be here or in the real world.
And as as you say this, he lunges towards you. You lunge towards him. Your father, Zephyr. Zephyr's hair standing on end, her teeth bared, ready to bite at this ferocious inbred dragon. And like a scene out of Arcane, where Jinx and Vi are flying at each other to fight, you all get right at each other, and you deliver a blow full of that golden energy, so strong that the Kingpin is sent flying. You, your father, and Zephyr are bathed in golden light as you take on the title meant for someone else, someone unworthy of the title. You become the spark of vengeance in this moment, taking your first steps, Vadagar, towards divinity. As
Oh
Kingpin
shit.
is sent flying into his pile of gold
Hmm.
and takes
Oh shit.
315 damage from you, your
Jesus.
father, and Zephyr as he is sent flying into his throne, the gold scattering across the mountains, falling into the pits of the canyons below. He screams in anger, "No! My treasures! My treasures!" And as he screams, he raises his hands, and everything begins to fizzle, distort, and destroy as you begin to blink, your eyes readjusting to the reality of the world around you. And you see before you the Kingpin staring up at the sky, not the sky, but the ceiling of his room, almost lifeless, dropping down to both knees. From where he rose himself just a bit ago, and he looks almost defeated, looking down to you, saying, "Fine. Let's do this, you fucking mountain cretin."
Yeah, I'm right. I will never let your dreams come to fruition. Put you to end you here. If you think you got what it takes, feel free to come at me. I can do it again too. And then I will. What do I want to do now? I am going to. I'm going to follow that up with, as I say that, I'm going to stick my hand out and chains erupt from the ground in a fiery explosion and commence to try to wrap around him as I need him to make a DC charisma save.
I'm gonna make this at a disadvantage too after what just happened. That is a that is a 5.
That's a fail. He is restrained for 1 minute and no more saves.
He is grappled by the infernal chains, and he looks down to them. "Ugh, you rat, enough!" And as he shouts out enough, he officially uses the first legendary resistance of today, and he nullifies that effect, undoing the chains. They instantly are pulled back into the ground. Vadagar, you see your magic nullified, but you know this to be not necessarily a bad thing, because he is weakening himself in the same time.
Excellent.
How many does that make in total?
I believe that's 4. He should have 1 left.
Yeah.
Yeah, going into third phase, he has 6 total, so he gets 1 additional one, so he's got 2 left.
Okay. Those are quick to burn.
For you, bastard. Of course they are.
Yeah.
Is that? Can I get in range of him? Keep in mind, I'm technically like up on his shoulder, but
How much movement do you have?
can I 30 feet? Can I get within range?
Hold on. Owlbear is. I gotta refresh it. I'm fucked up real hard. Everything is loading weird. Oh, let's see. Okay, back down to Kingpin's chamber. Okay, 35 feet. Let's see here. I'm just gonna
30.
grab you. 30 feet.
I have 30. Oh, showing right here.
Yeah. You can get. Yeah, you're good.
All right. And I'm just gonna fly forward, and he said he was kneeling, so he's
Yeah,
prone.
he's
Kinda,
on.
because he got knocked back.
He's not prone, but he's on both knees.
Would that give me an advantage?
Yeah, I'll give you 2 advantage. 1 for straw, 1 for that. Sure.
All right, and then 1 from Atlan, so I roll 4 dice total. Okay.
Sure. It's fine.
2, 3. It's a nat 20.
Did you? Holy shit! Really? I don't see it.
Uh-huh. 8, 5, 14, and a 20.
Wait, there it is. Yep, natural 20. All right. Roll your crit die.
Wah, wah.
2 times damage.
Yeah. Okay. Does bless add to that?
No, it does not.
All right. Okay, so it's been a while since I attacked anything with my mace. Now, I don't have lightning damage. Is there anything I need to segregate from this?
You don't have lightning damage. No non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, I assume.
Nope.
No any force damage?
I have 1d12 of force.
Yeah, so just roll that last d12 by itself and cut it in
Or
half.
should I just roll a d6 instead?
Yeah, perfect. Just roll a d6
Yeah.
instead. That works too.
Okay. All right. And this is, of course, going to be... I'll roll the thunder damage separately, because this is Booming Blade.
Thunder damage he's
that's-
not
that's-
weak to.
Well, isn't that lightning?
No,
Like, the same as lightning?
thunder.
No,
lightning,
thunder
no.
sounds.
Yeah, thunder's booming.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, I do have lightning from something else. I do have that. And okay, sorry, this is gonna take me a little second here because I need to. And he's immune to fear.
Correct.
Right? And where's the other one that I just learned? Where's Nessa? God damn it!
Nessa's
Missing
over.
maneuvering.
Nessa, you said?
Yeah,
This is
I'm trying to
Right
remember
here.
what I. Oh shit! What maneuver did I learn from you again? I thought I had it down here, but I don't see it. Nessa,
Yeah.
what maneuvers do you have again for your battle master?
Let me check. I just got back. I had to put baby to sleep.
Was it commanding strike?
I do have commanding. I have a lot, bro. It was precision.
Well, that's not what I learned from you. I think I
Oh,
learned
yeah,
the
no.
one that allowed someone else to take an attack of opportunity or some shit.
Menacing, precision, trip attack. Trying to think.
I think it's commanding strike. I think is the one I learned from you, right? That's the one that allows you to get someone else to attack. Correct?
I think it was. Oh my god. I think it was. Yes. Yes,
So
Commander
maneuvers.
Strike. Commander Strike.
Okay, so add that, and then commander strike is. Oh, I can't use bonus action. That doesn't matter.
When you.
Well, I
yeah,
will
when you
use
attack.
maneuvering strike, I guess. Okay, and I'm gonna start adding d20. Sorry, it's been a long time since I attacked anything with a flail. Over a month, because we've been in this battle forever. God damn it. I apologize if my turn is taking so long, everybody.
It's no worries.
No worries, man. I had a
Okay, so
baby, bro. Literally, I was patient.
It's fair.
It took the orphan's storytelling to put him to sleep. I'm not even joking.
Is that good or bad?
That's
That's
good.
good.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good. It means you're a
Like
good
that-
storyteller.
Am I that boring?
No, it
No,
was-
no, but your voice
because
helps
it's a
babies.
fantasy realm. It's a
Yeah.
baby, bro.
It's a baby. They don't really get neuron activation like that. It's you can't judge it like that.
The only dopamine they get is from milk and from seeing a toy they like.
Yeah, okay,
And
okay.
binky.
Yeah. And anything that looks remotely like a nipple because they know it means milk.
Or anything they could stick up their nose.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's fun. That's fine.
Think that might be everything except for the lightning damage. Now to double it. And that's going to be plus 8, 16. So this is plus 16, and then I got to roll the light. So that's 97 points of damage.
Okay, 97 more
And
damage.
then lightning is a d6. And then 6 other points of damage. Womp womp.
Okay,
Now all of the saving throw.
go ahead and
First one. So I charge at him, and I take my flail, which is also wrapped with this fiery red energy, and I fucking bring it overhand. And as he's knelt down, kind of, and I'm trying to smash him over the head to force him into the ground, like make him prone, essentially, because of my flail of force or whatever. It also sends people flying, essentially, but I'm trying to send him flying straight into the ground. So he's probably going to succeed on all of these, but he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, first one. That is a dirty 24.
Yep, that passes. He needs to make another Constitution saving throw.
Next one is a dirty 28.
Also passes. And then Strike of the Giants. Strike of the Giants. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw once more.
Okay, that is a natural 1.
That is a fail.
Critical fail.
Yeah. Do I roll another damage dice?
If it's a damage dealing thing, then yes.
Yes, the target takes an extra 1d6 lightning damage. If the target is a
Yes.
creature, it must succeed on a Constitution. So yeah, okay.
Correct. So yeah, you
So
will
I'll
now
roll 2d6 for the crit.
you roll 2 crit first because this is a natural 1, so you get to roll another d20 to see how hard you crit.
Oh.
There you
15.
go. 3 times. So you'll do 3 times damage.
That is 20 more points of damage.
All right. 20 more damage.
And now, because he failed, he has disadvantage on all his attack rolls until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Okay, and then that was any more saves that he needs to do? Nope, I don't think so. Okay, and now he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Is this at disadvantage because he's
Yes.
on his knees or no? Okay,
Yes.
so dex save.
All right. Still, even at disadvantage, it's a dirty 20.
All right, that's a fucking pass.
Okay.
And that is Riley. That is myself. Now I can't use reset.
Sorry, you're cutting out, Edgar?
You're cutting, yeah.
We're all in the same combat now. I can either pick her or Riley. So I do believe that might be it. However, my commanding strike that I used, or not commanding strike, maneuvering strike, maneuvering attack. So a creature can use its reaction to move up half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. I am going to give it to Gorb. Gorb can move up to half his speed if he would like.
Right now?
Yes.
Yeah. This is a perfect opportunity. Gorb's gonna fucking charge at Kingpin. He's gonna fucking charge and he's just gonna fucking grab his shoulders. Edgar, I'm gonna move you like up here, okay?
Yeah, sure, that works.
Put you right there. And then Straw, I'm gonna put down here at the feet since he's on the ground. All right, perfect. Okay. And the Kingpin,
that's my
Gorb
turn.
runs at the Kingpin. All right, and that ends your turn, which means it is the Kingpin's legendary action again this turn. And he says, "Enough! Rise, my children!" As once again his shadows begin to extend, and little mini Gorbs are summoned out in the hall. Little Gorbs. Little bigger. Oh. Boop. 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 All right. As 3 little gorbs, not little gorbs, little kingpins are summoned out in the hall. They each then are added to initiative with their own initiatives. So I'm going to read Kingpin 2, Kingpin 3, and Kingpin 4. Now let me go ahead and roll their initiatives. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, not great. Okay. 11, 8, and last one got a 6. All right. Which means none of them get to go yet. Which means Vadagar's turn ends, the legendary action ends, and Godak, your turn is up. You see shadows Oops, sorry, Alan. You see shadows extend underneath your feet, underneath the couch, and behind all of the group as your head kind of turns to see from the shadows these 3 little versions of the Kingpin form. And they all enter initiative ready to fight.
Okay. I will cast my Call Lightning 4th level. And it's right, this 60. And it'll be going be a strike against Kingpin, and I'll need to make a dex save of 19.
Who's making this? The regular Kingpin or one of the mini ones?
Kingpin, regular.
Regular Kingpin? Okay. Dex save. He's still at disadvantage because he's on the ground. So that is a 15.
Okay. That fails, so instead of just a normal lightning bolt, you'd see the lightning come down almost like a claw. And I'll kind of hit him on his head, and I'll kind of like grab his head and then just kind of wrap around his head and kind of go into his body as the lightning kind of dissipates as it hits him.
All right.
And it's going to be 4d10. And why the heck is my dice doing that?
Is that your devil fruit ability?
No, this is the call lightning spell.
Okay. I remember your devil fruit ability has a damage one, I think. Yeah, the magic missiles. That's what it is.
Yeah. Trying to get my dice to here in like normal. Here we go.
Please, everybody, be very specific to me when you use class abilities against him, okay? Anything related to your class, not a regular spell, but like if you use a class feature.
Sorry, you're cutting out still.
Right.
Everything related to what?
Am I cutting out for everyone else too?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think it's when you
It's
hit a low tone.
intermittent.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Well, I can't really tell
It's in
until you
long.
actually
It's
start
in long
speaking, then-
sentences. Yeah.
I'm so confused. I hope my audio.
It's kind of
within-
like exactly what happens to me when I need to rejoin the Discord.
Oh yeah, maybe yeah. I'm just gonna leave the call and rejoin. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, let's see. Am I working now?
One little cutout, but I mean, I don't know if that was just because you paused for a second.
What the fuck? Am I cutting out
I think it
now?
was when. Nope. I think it was you pausing.
Okay, hopefully. I don't fucking know. I really hope my mic's. I hope my mic's not getting fucked up or something. That would be really awful.
It could also just be like the internet having an issue or something too, right?
Hopefully, I'll have to see in the episode if someone can watch the episode and tell me if in the episode I'm also clipping the same way I was when we were talking like this. So we'll have to see. That'll be the deciding factor.
I say it sounded good throughout that whole little talk that you had right there. So let's continue on and see if it happens again. I'll let you know.
All right. So what I was saying is, when anyone, Vadagar, you're good because you had your specific moment already. When anyone else uses a class specific feature, please be very like, let me know you're doing something related to your class or a special ability that you've been given. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Good.
And all your damage, so it should have popped up at some point, but it was 30 base lightning damage, so double would be 60.
Okay. So 60 damage. Add that. Okay. Just okay. So that nice claw of lightning strikes down onto the kingpin. He roars out in pain. He looks at you in the back and he says, "Ah, you fake dragon. I will fucking end you." Gorb interrupts him before he really has time to talk, saying,
You have to first get past me, you fool.
Yeah. Don't forget about me either.
And I don't have any bonus action thingies I can really do. Yeah. At the moment. Do I have any? I think I used up all my charges technically. Or no, I think I might have one charge left on my double fruit ability.
Where's Mortem?
Oh yeah, I got him too. He's next to me down there.
I just don't see him
I'll
on the
need to
thing.
do his.
Just going crazy. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I see him.
Go. Oh yeah, he's kind of hidden in the fire shield. Where's my? There's my thing. I know I used one charge for the shield. I already used one charge for one lightning missile attack that I used to take out Fairy and the other lady. So I think I only have one. I'm trying to remember what the charge cost was for all the abilities though. And that was one for the magic missile. I'm trying to remember how many charges it took for the shield. I think it was just one as well. So I should only have, I think, one charge left. Alright. Yeah, so I guess I'll go ahead and bonus action, I'll go ahead and use my last charge, my devil fruit for the day, and go ahead and throw those spells at the 3 minion looking mini kingpins.
"All right." You throw one at each, I assume.
Well, I think because it cast as like at a, I think you said it was 5th level version of a magic missile, so
Yeah.
it
So
has
how many total? 5, 6? I forget.
the base I
6.
think is 3 plus 5. Yeah, so it'd be 6. So
6
that's
total. Okay.
so I'll go ahead and just do
So
the
2 at each.
yeah.
Cool. All right.
All right, so let's do the first 2. And it's D4, correct, for the dice?
Wait, did you
Uh,
say fifth? Did you say 5th level Godak?
I think that's what it was when I did it last time. It was supposed
If
to be
it's
like
fifth,
5th
if it's fifth
level.
level, it's 5th level. It's the same as my rope of stars, so it's 7 magic.
you get 7 then. And how much are
Okay.
the damage? I forget.
I think it was D4.
Missile is 1d4.
Magic missile is 1d4 plus 1 per
But
missile.
I made your missiles stronger, so I think I made them 1d8.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I'll do
that sounds right.
7. So that's gonna be 78. So I'll have to. I'm just
Seven.
gonna roll them all, and then I'll have to separate each dice damage. Okay. So I'll do. So I'll do 6 to. Yeah, I'll do 6 to uh this one.
Which one? Like top, middle, or bottom?
Top.
Top. Okay. So if the
And
top one's taking
And
then
that's
6.
with the plus 1 for each missile.
So then I guess that would be 8 in that case.
So he
And
takes.
that's lightning damage.
Yes.
That's already doubled to now.
Not damage. I haven't doubled anything.
All right, so that's okay. So the first one takes 16.
Okay. And then I'll do. So
Okay, this one takes.
I'll do 13 to this one.
It's doubled or no?
26 doubled.
Okay, so 26. Okay, and then the bottom one.
Bottom one, I'll do 16, so 32 doubled.
Okay.
And then I have 1 5 left, so I'll go ahead and throw the 5, so that'd be 12 on the top one again.
Another 12, so 16 would go to 28.
And that's all the dice damage. Dice
All right.
rolls.
Godak, your shell begins to charge with electricity. It radiates, sparkling throughout the entirety of the chambers of the Kingpin. The crackling, the lightning strikes off into the corners of the walls, hitting the roofs and the ceiling, almost striking some of your allies, but almost as if it knows exactly what spots to avoid and what spots to strike. And the spikes begin to supercharge with this electricity as they glow a vibrant yellow, and they erupt. That 3 of them flying at the top one, 2 flying at the middle one, and 2 flying at the bottom one. They strike at the creatures, and you see the electricity. It just vibrates through their forms, their shadowy bodies, beginning to distort and shock as it seems your magic connects with theirs, and a lingering effect of another spell casted earlier, as suddenly it's almost as if your soul is transferred to through the strands of electricity connecting your shell to the missiles you just shot out, as your consciousness is sucked into this realm of destruction and chaos. You know it to be sanctuary. I described the site to Vadigar earlier. You've been pulled into the Kingpin's mental realm, and you see Vadigar standing atop the mountain. It's not like too far, like you're on the same mountain as him. Like you're just a little farther back, and you see in front of you Vadigar and an old man who you don't recognize, but seems to be maybe related to Vadigar. Their beards are similar, their statures are similar, their gruff looks are similar. Zephyr upon his shoulder, all 3 of them glowing golden, and like a orangish, like hellfire gold glow, erupting this golden beam of light into the air. As in the distance you see the Kingpin hunched, just like back, essentially kind of broken and cracked, having taken like a massive hit, it seems, being sent flying. And you quickly get the feeling that you need to act. You need to do something as the Kingpin begins to rise. It seems Vadigar is no longer really here. Whatever is left of him is not conscious in this moment, and is simply just applying this magical effect to the air, which seems to be creating some kind of like anti-magic field against the Kingpin specifically. You see off in the distance the little versions of the Kingpin, like you're attacking here, they're all being distorted. They're kind of being destroyed by this ambient glow, and you realize, like I said, you need to act fast because the Kingpin is beginning to rise. He looks injured and hurt, but he's bloodthirsty. He's angry. He's ready to grab Vadigar in his frozen state and to do away with him, to stop him from destroying what he has worked so hard to conquer. What do you do? Don't worry, it doesn't cost any spells or anything. You can use any magic or anything here free of charge.
Okay.
Just tell me what you're gonna do, and then don't worry about the damage or anything. I'll tell you what happens.
I would probably, going back to my ancestral druid abilities, and I would probably conjure a wall of fire circle version of it around Kingpin to try and block him from reaching out towards Vadigar or
Oh,
whatever.
I love that. Yeah, the Kingpin begins to lurch from his pile of
Transmuted to
gold.
electrical energy?
Yes.
Even better. I love it. Godak, your soul begins to crackle, to burst with electricity as your shell begins to radiate vibrant yellow gold colors, just beginning to shimmer, gold even. You see, just like Godak, not Godak, like Vadagar, his orange hellfire magic is shimmering with this golden energy. You see your own electrical magic begin to do the same as your shell just explodes with energy as you put your hands forward, shooting out like an EMP blast at the Kingpin, his whole body beginning to crackle and just shock with electricity, this wall of electricity circling around him, creating like this vortex, this tornado of swirling electrical storms. As it begins to rise and rise, you see it begin to funnel, and it raises and it begins to careen and intertwine with Vadagar's magic spire he is creating, this just giant beam of like light tree he has created, destroying the Kingpin's realm. Your magic begins to funnel, siphon into that, boosting it. The tree begins to go from being gold and orange to being yellow, gold, and orange, crackling electricity, sparkling out through all the rest of the pieces as you take your first steps into unlocking the divinity of lightning. And as that happens, the Kingpin takes. And because you have used his weakness, this is doubled what Vadagar did. Meaning, you
What
deal
is- Jesus.
650 damage as the lightning just strikes him over and over, spot after spot. You see his scales beginning to burn, just glow violent red as you can see them charged and heating. He screams out in more pain than you've ever seen a creature scream out. He agonizes, he aims his hand, he's trying to reach beyond the storm, but he can't. Every time he gets too close, it shocks him so bad he has to reel back in pain, and he takes his hand, just not raising it too far to the storm, but he points his finger at you and he says, "You fake dragon, I will kill you!" And as he says this, you blink and you return back to the mental realm, to the material plane, seeing the rest of the room begin to reform around you. You see the three versions of the Kingpin, two of them standing strong, but one of them just so distorted and so sporadic, not able, it's breaking apart so bad you're able to tell that this one is bloody. Obviously it's not actually bleeding, like I said, it's like a hologram essentially, like it's like glitching out and shit, it's like not solid any longer. But yes, and then so I add that 650 damage. All right, what else from you? Anything else?
Let's see. Mortem's gonna go now. And let's see, he doesn't really have. It's not a lot of real. Let's see, what can I use that's gonna be useful? So I have. Yeah, that's no. Yes, that's okay. I'll do. He's gonna cast a flaming sphere spell at second level. And it's gonna be, how big is that? It's a, how big was the radius? 5-foot diameter. Okay. And he's gonna plop that over into this area here.
Are you transmuting it to lightning, or are you keeping it as fire?
Well, Mortem
Oh, this is
doesn't have
Mortem.
the
Okay, this is Mortem. Got it. Understood.
yeah. So it's just gonna be a 5-foot sphere. And 5-foot diameter sphere appears in an occupied space of your choice within range. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of it. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. And the creature takes 2d6 fire damage on the failed save. As a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram into a creature, then they must make a saving throw. When you move the sphere, you can direct it over barriers up to 5 feet tall or and across pits up to 10 feet wide. Sphere ignites flammable objects, not being worn or carried.
All right, you trying to put it where it's close enough to hit both of these guys, or just one of them? Right there.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I'd probably put it maybe there.
Okay. I'd say if you want, you
Yeah.
could honestly put it here, and you could hit all three.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Cool. You place it. You create a mortem. You see him mix some vials together, and then he takes a big swig of something, and he just and he shoots out a loogie. And as the loogie comes out of his throat, it engulfs in fire, and it lands right between the three of them, creating the flame sphere.
And so I guess at this point, it doesn't really do any
Because they have to end their turn.
Doesn't it
damage
do-
from
I was gonna say, doesn't it do damage
initially.
when you cast it?
It's
Flaming-
when it
flaming
ends
sphere?
its turn. It's only when a creature ends its turn there. But I still have my bonus action. I can technically use it to slam it into somebody.
It doesn't say when a creature
this
enters the radius. It says just when the creature ends its turn.
Specifically says any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex save.
Okay, so yeah, they have to end their turn. Okay, got it.
So yeah, that's why it didn't really matter where I put it in this area. But I'll go ahead and since Mortem doesn't have much on it to do for bonus actions, I'll go ahead and bonus action the sphere into the one that's bloody, so it'll need to make a dex save.
All right, and that ends your turn.
Yeah, so I guess that bloody one will need to make a dex save.
Okay, bloody one, make a dex
Uses-
save.
And it's a 16 to save on this one.
It fails.
All right, so it's only gonna be 2d6 fire damage and 9 fire damage.
9 more damage. Okay, that makes it at 41.
And he doesn't have anything else to do, so that's his turn. So that's my turn.
Okay, Godok ends their turn, and that brings
And
us
let's
to the
see.
Kingpin. He is going to use a legendary action before his turn. He is going to rise. As he looks up to Gorb, he begins to raise from his knees 1 foot at a time, thudding up. He grabs onto Gorb as Gorb grabs onto him, and they make contested strength checks. You know what? No, since they're going against each other, I will do this on stream for everyone. I will do this on Owlbear for everyone to see. This is the Kingpin's roll. They have the exact same strength modifier, plus 10. Kingpin got a 25. Gorb got a 20. Which means Gorb, you see before your eyes, Vadagar, Gorb begins to be pushed down into the same position the Kingpin was just in, beginning to force him onto his knees in submission. And as he does this, he opens his jaws, lifting his head and grabbing Gorb by the neck, biting him, taking a giant chunk out of his flesh, dealing 81 damage to Gorb as a large chunk of his flesh is torn out, and you see blood and meat, just chunks begin to trickle and fall from his shoulder and from the jaws of the Kingpin. As that ends the Kingpin's legendary action and brings it to the Kingpin's turn. After having bit his brother and now holding him in a submissive state, he then opens his jaws once again, and he rolls to hit. Oh, and he hits. He almost crits with a fucking 19 on the roll. All right.
He has disadvantage.
After
Oh,
fighter.
disadvantage. Yes, disadvantage. Let me roll again. Correct. Which means instead of a 9. Ha! Well, okay. Good thing you reminded me of that, because instead of a 19, he got a 12. So he then indeed misses the hit. Instead, he attempts to bite him again, but Gorb, kind of moving his head, smacks him with his horns, fending off the first bite. He growls and he says, "Fine," and he lets go of Gorb, pushing him back a little bit. So he's going to use one of his attacks to do that. He doesn't even succeed in pushing Gore back. He fails, in fact. So the Gorp stays exactly where he is, and he turns to Vadagar and he says, "You little rat, mountain pest, die!" as he tries to smack you out of the air. Roll still a disadvantage, right, on the attacks?
Yep. Disadvantage to my next turn.
So no, that's a natural 20. Why? I want to use it, but I can't. All right. Well, it should still hit with a 18 to hit. Actually, I don't know if that might not hit.
Fuck no.
18. Nope, does not hit. All right.
Not hit. Nope.
So all 3 attacks wasted. He, fuck, all of you insolent pests, as he will use his 1 layer action as his bonus.
For his attack, I fucking dodge out of the way as his hand comes to strike me. A little bit of energy, like electrical energy from the strike of the giants, fucking sizzles him and moves his hand out of the way, and I just smirk at him. And I'm like, "Is that all you got?"
And he says, "No, that is not all I have, mountain pest," as he uses his layer bonus action to breathe.
He does not. He does not have a bonus action.
Oh, yes, right, yeah, because of the, yep, you are right.
He did his attack. He can't move. He can't bonus.
Moving was not on his mind. Bonus, however, was going to be used, but he cannot do that, which means he will end his turn. Emmy, you are up.
Indeed.
An hour and a half into the campaign.
Yeah, it's great. I love high level combat. This magic that are coming from these 3, is it actually coming from these 3, or do I feel it centered on him?
Yeah, it's just him. Yeah, you can see they're just
him.
They're extensions of his body. Yeah, it's
him.
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah, it's just
So
they're
first,
like puppets.
I get 18, so that's 88 temp HP. I now have. Then I move 30 feet, so that's here. And then I look at him. I point to him. I like wave my finger side to side like a no, and I cast Dispel Magic.
All right. It says for certain level spells that there's a roll, or is it? I forget. I haven't fucking. No one's used.
Depending on the level I cast it on.
Yeah. What?
It's so if I cast it at 4th level, it's any 4th level spell or lower just instantly disintegrates. I would like to ask if I can roll Arcana to see if I can determine the spell's level.
Oh,
if it's over or under.
3. I can tell you it's over 3. I can tell you any spells the creature is casting are probably level of spells you can't cast currently.
Okay. So I will cast a normal 3rd level Dispel Magic.
Okay, which will require a.
Actually, no, I'll cast it at 4th level, so I can use my 3rd level for something else.
Okay. So you use your 4th level?
So, yes. I will then make a... I will then make... I need to know the DC. The DC is 10 plus that's the spell's level.
Oh,
so your spell effect's level. I roll a my spell modifier.
Okay, so
ability.
So it's 10 plus 7 then?
Yeah, that will be it. Yeah.
7th level spell shit.
Yes. So 17. And that's a what kind of check I have to make?
You don't have to make a check. I roll.
You make it. So you have to beat a 17.
He's got to get a 17 or higher.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I do.
No one's used the spell in my campaign, so yeah. So.
Yep, I got a 17 on the dot.
All right.
So the spell is dispelled.
All right. You see the 3 little kingpins begin to look strange as the one that's hurt. They all begin to shake violently like glitching holograms, and then they kind of all roar out, and as they do so they kind of freeze and they just begin to just disappear.
Can we get a little DMRP from Riley as these 3 things showed up behind him out of nowhere? And
Riley had no idea they were even behind him, that I was gonna do RP for that. They were gonna jump him and he was gonna turn around like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I had plans for that, but that got foiled. So none of that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he had no idea they were even behind him though. He's looking at fucking the 2 dragons fighting.
With that,
Fair enough.
I will. Then for my bonus action, what will I do for my bonus action? I won't do anything for my bonus action. Lila though, Lila though will move up here, and she will cast Phantasmal Force on him. So I
Alright.
need a DC. It's only a DC 12.
What kind of save?
Int save, if I remember correctly. Yes, intelligence save.
Dirty 21.
Wait, sorry. No, it's yeah. Okay, so yeah, dirty 21. Yeah, I didn't move any closer, so I can't even counterspell it. Let me see if I got 30 feet closer, could I have? I would have been within 60 feet. Damn, I should have misty stepped first. Okay. So
Didn't use your bonus action. You can technically misty step.
I can. True. So I misty step. Emmy misty steps 30 feet closer.
Okay.
And with that, she's within 30 feet. So I will cast Silvery Barbs as she again shakes her finger, saying no, no.
Alright. So I re-roll that save then, I assume, right?
Yeah, yeah. You roll another dice and take the lowest number.
Okay. The first one was the lower number.
Okay. Well, it's worth a try.
Oh yeah. Of course.
And that will.
Oh, actually, shit. No, I'm wrong. This one is the lower one. It's a 20 instead of a 21. That's my bad, actually.
Okay. She's still.
But yeah,
still.
we're good. I wanted to clarify though. I fucking
Yeah, yeah. It's fine as long as it's not under 12. It's fine. It is what it is.
All right.
Yeah, and that will be my turn.
All right. You didn't use any class features or anything?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify. All right. That ends your turn, meaning the Kingpin will take his legendary action. I think. Hold on. That is so. It's since his turn.
I'm assuming the staff takes an action to use.
The boosted range effect is a free action to use a charge
Yeah, but
for.
casting from this staff, I guess, I'm assuming is an action.
No. Your staff can just be used as your casting tool. It's like a microphone, so you can like sing into it. So it's like you can use it as a casting tool. The two things, the boosting range is a free action. The other one is a bonus action. The increase to your save. That's your bonus. You can use that as a bonus action. Yeah, so I assumed since you got your staff, you've just been using that since you got it. So you've been singing into that rather than playing your guitar.
Yeah. Well, rather than playing my drums, yeah.
Oh, drums? Oh, I thought you had a guitar because your character holds a guitar.
That's my bad. But I also have Rhythm Maker's drums.
Well, you could also you could say that your Rhythm Maker's drum, you stretched it around a guitar and you cut a hole, so you're using that. Yeah. You can always reflavor
it. Use the item and revamp it to a guitar.
Exactly.
It's a Rhythm Maker.
Exactly. It's Rhythm Maker's guitar. Exactly.
You
can flavor it the way you want.
Yeah, but now, that is my turn.
All right, perfect. After this fight, definitely go to Brood with that Rhythm Maker's guitar, and you can have him add that effect to your staff. So let's go ahead and Emmy ends their turn. Kingpin got all their legendary actions back, which means he is going to use his first legendary action. He is going to say, enough of this bullshit. Rise, my children. And once again, boop. 3 fucking roll initiatives. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Roll their initiatives. 9, 4, 19. Well, that's fucking actually bad for me because, whatever. Whatever. All right. 9. Nope. 9. 4, and I'll do. They have a lower dex than you, so I'll just change it to 3, Nessa. So you go before that one, and then the last one.
Man.
The last one. 19. and then label them 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Which means since Emmy's turn is over, the legendary action is over. Now, the first of the copies of Kingpin get to finally act. Yay, I finally get to use my little minions. So since they were destroyed and they did roar out and make noise, Riley did turn around, so he will no longer be sneak attacked, sadly. So he has turned around. He saw the dragons fizzle out and be destroyed. He said something along the lines of, what the fucking shit was that? When did they get whatever? And while he's about to turn away, suddenly they reappear as he hears from behind him, "Rise, my children," once again, and he sees the the three of them reapparate right before his very eyes, and he's like, "Oh, son of a bitch, what the fuck?" And so now he's still staring at them, so he won't be sneak attacked, as the first one takes his turn and lunges at Riley, attacking him. He gets a 15 to hit. Does that hit?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Second attack. 14 to hit. Okay, so both of his attacks miss. He tries to claw Riley twice, and he misses.
The
Bonus.
scratching off of this nice shiny dwarven plate that Gorb has granted him.
Oh yeah, just continuously scratching at this dwarven very finely crafted armor. It enrages Riley as he screams out, "Ah! This is a gift from your brother. Do not harm it." And hearing that, the little Kingpin uses his bonus action to rage. It makes him go into rage. All right, and that ends little Kingpin's turn. Gorb's finally up. Gorb, having been kind of pushed, not pushed back, but just pushed by the Kingpin.
Oh,
Kind of what's up, Gadok?
I guess Kingpin 1, I guess they'll need to make a deck save
Oh,
because it ended its turn.
yes,
Within
yes.
my...
It is raging, so it would have no thought
So,
to go away from that.
so those two would make a deck
Well,
save, technically.
I was gonna say the other one hasn't had its turn yet.
The other
just
one
the
hasn't.
one that
Yeah,
moved.
just the one.
Oh,
So that one got a
Mm.
13.
and that's a 16 to save, so
Okay, takes the damage.
D6 fire.
7 fire damage.
All right. Put that in there. 7 fire damage. Okay. And that will end that, which means Gorb, like I said, Gorb is up.
Yeah.
Gorb, having been pushed back a little bit and having a large chunk of flesh ripped out of his neck, he grabs at the pain, and you see a little bit of healing pump into himself as he uses his bonus action to heal himself a bit. Healing himself for 46. Okay. He essentially undoes most of the damage Kingpin did to him. And then he closes his fist. And you see, like a boxer, he raises his arms and he cracks both his necks and he says,
Now, it's time. I hope you're ready.
and then just punch, punch, punch. And finally, reeling all the way back, the biggest one comes flying as he uses all 3 of his attacks at once to pummel into the Kingpin. First one, hitting. Second one, hitting. Third one, hitting. All 3, no, third one missing, actually. So the first 2 smaller punches, they land, and then the third larger punch he goes to fucking throw at the Kingpin. The Kingpin kind of just barely moves out of the way, and it slides off of him. All right, Kingpin takes a total of, since 2 of them hit, that's 5 each, that's 10, and that's plus 20, so plus 40, 100 damage to the Kingpin. All right, and that will use all 3 of his attacks. He used his bonus action to heal himself, and he does not have a layer action or anything because this is not his layer. Which means this ends Gorb's turn and brings it to Nessa. You are up.
Quick question: does Gorb have legendary action?
Gorp's true form does indeed have a legendary action, but it's currently not unlocked because he's still weakened.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it has one, but it has not been. It can unlock before the fight ends. It's a time thing. All right. So Nessa, what is up?
Feeling.
Yeah, of course.
Let's see.
2 hours in, you got a turn.
Hey man.
Oh, and you
Hey, man. I've been patient.
Actually,
like
it's
a
an
baby.
hour and 50 minutes. It's not been 2 hours.
and that's I didn't know if you were here to hear, but I gave you the dice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you have the golden
you
dice.
You have the golden dice, yeah.
I now have God on my side.
And anime, yeah.
Well, I don't know about anime. Maybe like I don't know, like medieval manuscripts on my side.
Surely there's a Diablo anime out there.
Yeah, Diablo anime, just like a Diablo animation on YouTube. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's anime by all definitions.
Okay. Can I like maneuver my way into here?
Oh yeah, 100%. There's nothing stopping you.
Okay, cool. Alright, awesome. Just thought that fire was
No, that's Atlan's.
That's
That's
Twilight aura.
Yeah, that's Atlan's
his
blood.
aura.
That's Atlan's blood moon. Yeah, blood moon aura.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, sorry, no, Twilight.
All right, let's start doing. Let's start. All right, I can't action surge, but I can make 2 attack. Let's see. Let's do, of course, the 2 attacks. I only got 2 charges left on this thing. To do, from my shield, to do that attack. I think that's the plus 12.
The death beam ones?
Yeah, the death beam of absolute
Well, it's Frieza's
nature.
death beam, yeah.
Yeah, Frieza's death beam, or as I like to call it, the Death Star's ray.
The actual name of that attack is the Emperor's Beam.
The Emperor's beam. Oh yes, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, if it's an attack roll, you have triple advantage from all of us here.
Yes, that's a plus 12 to hit.
So
With
roll
that
your
Or
advantages.
d20s plus 12.
Come on, let's see it crit. I want to see the god die be used finally. It's fucking been in play for 2 sessions. This is the 3rd session. It's been in play and it's not been used
1,
yet.
2, 3, 4.
Come on,
Just plus 12, and I'll do
20,
the math.
Nat 20.
I'm good.
20, please.
Yeah, I'm just hoping for his character
Alright.
to die.
15 plus
Damn.
12
27.
is 27.
It will hit.
Yes. So that is 2d12 lightning damage, 2d12.
So roll them separately, because lightning he's weak to.
2d12. So we'll do the lightning first. And he also has to make 2 saves. 7 lightning damage.
14.
14. And then this is the cold. 11. Okay, not bad.
So total damage.
Total 25.
Total will be 25 indeed.
Okay.
And he does have to make those
And
saves.
this is your devil fruit ability, correct?
No, it's his the soul
my-
gem thing he ate.
Yes, the soul gem. That's what it is. It's still a special feature. That's what I was clarifying. Which means Nessa, as you do the, would you give me the liberty of describing this one attack for you?
She just takes out her shield.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say
You should do the. Oh, I was gonna say you should do the saves first because it might help illustrate a little bit.
Oh yes. That would be good.
Okay, fair.
To see if they save
Yeah,
better.
that and we won't forget
Fail,
when we come out of whatever it is.
And
That is true.
I didn't even roll at disadvantage. I didn't roll higher than a fucking 5. So yeah, both fail.
So he is what? Paralyzed and restrained?
Paralyzed and yeah, he is paralyzed and frozen, which gives you reduces their speed to 0.
which means I am going to have to use one legendary resistance to get rid of the paralyzed effect, not the
That
the.
is
I
the
don't.
last one.
I'm not using both. I'm using just one, so I've got one left.
Didn't you use
Oh.
one? Didn't you use one against me when I did
Yes,
the?
I said that in phase 3 he gets
Oh,
one
he had two
additional.
left.
He had one additional.
Right.
He
Okay,
goes
so he's
he goes
got
from
one
5 to
more.
6. Yeah, so he's got one left. I'm not getting rid of the frozen effect, just
Hey.
the paralyzed effect, so I can
Hey,
still fucking
bud.
attack.
Hey, bud. Hey, bud. I have extra attack.
Okay.
Well,
fucking-
either way, I
Hold
mean,
off for a
he's gonna do
second.
his little story thing first.
Hold on for a second. That's a fucking goddamn. Yeah, you can kill the enemy. I'm fine with that. Just give me a second. Let's make it impactful. So
Sure.
Nessa, you take your back shield from you pull it from your back. You feel in this moment that it's time to make use of the wizard's gift to you, that important, impactful memento that has now found its way to fusing with this back shield, and you instinctively get the feeling that this is what you should use to harness your energy into this attack. And like like a fucking goddamn rocket laser beam, you charge the energy into your shield, and the eye opens in the center, in the cap, and it fucking from the pupil, this beam just emanates, just piercing through the center of the kingpin, leaving a gaping hole in his fucking chest, like not where his heart is, and not where anywhere too important, but like right above, like the collarbone area. There's like a fucking like 3-inch diameter hole just going all the way through him. You see blood in chunks, like a Mortal Kombat fatality. Fucking Johnny Cage punching through the rib cage, pulling out the heart, or whoever did. I can't remember who specifically. But the beam charges through, and as this happens, you see that some lingering magic. You don't actually even see it because you're not really a magic person. You're a crafter and a little bit of an enchanter, but not really a super magic in-depth person. You aren't paying attention to the arcana and the weave constantly. But the lingering magic from Vadagar's earlier spell combines with your beam of electricity and of cold, and as it pierces through the kingpin, it's almost as if it pierces through his soul, tearing a doorway as your soul slips into his as well. And before you see a scene of Godak standing a little bit behind Vadagar, casting some kind of electrical field. You see like Emperor Palpatine's lightning coming out of his fingertips from Godak's spiny like spikes on his back. These strands of lightning coming off of him and just creating this vortex tornado, just striking this what you can see in the distance to be the kingpin, just on top of this pile of treasure and gold. You see Vadagar raising his hands along with some older man who you don't recognize, and Zephyr, his pet, on his shoulder, creating this beam of golden light, creating branches and these strands of golden energy that seems to be almost healing this destroyed and corrupted realm around you. Which, as you see the realm, you see it's just wrought of destruction. Little tiny versions of the kingpin, like out in the hall that you've now seen have been summoned, are out scattered throughout Sanctuary, just wreaking havoc. But now they are beginning to be distorted, stopped, because of what you assume to be Vadagar and Godak putting a stop to the Kingpin's evil efforts. And in that moment you must do something to help, because every moment the Kingpin reaches farther and farther. He's beginning to break through the electrical storm, and he's trying. That what he's going to do is he's going to go for Vadagar. His hands are aiming straight for him, and you have a moment, a quick time to act. What do you do? As I said to Vadagar and Godak, everything in this moment's free, so just describe it. Don't worry about damage or anything, because you don't worry about regular damage.
Hey, bud. I just yell over to him.
His attention kind of snaps to you, confused. Just more and more of these little rats, in his opinion, showing up.
I'm not much of the talker, so I'm just gonna put this bluntly. You're gonna die.
All right. And then what do you
Do
do?
anything like cast any spells or like cast your thing or do attack or what?
I attack.
How so?
The same way I did.
You raise your shield and you strike a
I
beam.
raise my shield and I strike a beam because I got that extra attack in me. I got that dog in me.
You don't actually
Nope.
know this
Just
doesn't
say-
take this
yeah.
doesn't take an action.
this
This is
doesn't take-
completely free. So
Oh, this
whatever
is
you want to do
free.
in this moment, you can. This is Flavor Town. So go fucking wild, Guy Fieri style.
Actually, Vadagar. I just distract him and I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, no, it's gonna be by me. It's gonna be actually, it's gonna be by Emmy's little fairy, Lila, right over there. And if you just look right over there, and as soon as he looks over, Vadagar just comes in with his axe,
Oh
clean.
no,
in the
so Vadagar you see is currently creating this beam of light, and it's almost as if he's unconscious. So Godak and
Oh,
him are both like now unconscious
I
because
didn't
they.
understand that
So
part.
yeah, they're like
Okay.
that's why you have to like defend them. You see him beginning to
Oh,
break out of
I
the
see
storm
now
that
why.
Godak has
I
created,
see.
and yeah, Vadagar is in danger essentially. Or it's not really Vadagar, but like this after image, like the lingering magic that resides in Kingpin's realm that is beginning to destroy it. Which means if he's able to break free and destroy them, the destruction of his mental realm will stop. So
So you see like a distorted.
Which
I would
one is?
imagine you see like
Are
a
they both
distorted
still
image.
alive, or is this one
Yeah.
right here dead?
Well, you're not here right now.
No,
This whole realm.
so right now you're atop a mountain on Sanctuary within
Oh.
Sanctuary. It's as if while you've been traveling through the canyons
Okay.
and everything throughout the maps, the surrounding areas they're mountains just so high into the sky you can't
That
even
part.
see their peaks. Yeah, that is where you're
That part
currently.
I
You're
missed.
you're up upon a mountain. Yeah.
So just to quickly paint a picture, is that you see a distorted image of Godak and Vadagar. You see a distorted image of them both, where Vadagar's hands raised in the air, a pillar of golden light, golden fiery light, is kind of tearing the world apart. And then you see Godak holding out his hands and his shell crackling, surrounding the Kingpin, who's trying to break free with a tornado of electrical energy. And he's trying to go and stop. He's trying to reach out to Vadagar,
That's a better
who's
picture.
currently destroying his realm.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then so
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also see that like the tornado of electrical energy that Godak is creating at the very top of it, it's kind of siphoning into the beam of energy that Vadagar is creating like electrical sparks throughout this entirety of this like tree essentially of energy that is destroying the sky of this evil
will-
realm.
Definitely add on to that with my beam of my own.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so yeah, you pull to your shield and you harness your energy into it.
That part I didn't understand.
And
Okay.
just you fill it with every drop of energy. You hear the wizard's voice in your head telling you, "Good job, champ," in his kooky, crazy voice.
It got me in the first half, not gonna lie.
as the beam shoots out, the eye opening, and like a teardrop falling from it, the beam pierces out through the sky, creating just a field of cold. Like ice begins to form on the ground of the mountain. It was already snowy because it's super high up, but now it's like a thick layer of frozen ground as it just shot out throughout the entirety of this area
Nice.
as the beam pierces the vortex, the tornado spinning and swirling, and you see the tornado begin to fill with icicles, just beginning to pierce and stab into the Kingpin. His attempts to reach out and break through the storm becoming much harder as he's pelted over and over and over with this cold energy. You see your own cold magic becoming siphoned as well with the electricity into Vadagar's pure beam of orange and gold light, and you see that your own blue ice magic begins to changing from just regular blue to also becoming crisp gold, swirling together just like Vadagar's and Godak's as you take your first steps towards unlocking the sparks of of ice divinity.
You need a break after that beautiful monologue.
Nah, it's fine.
It's his job to
That was
monologue. What do you
amazing.
mean?
That was amazing.
Don't worry, we're gonna take a break at the end of first round of initiative, which
Yeah.
is right after, not after your turn, but pretty much right after your turn. So, all right, and that is obviously that's not any extra turns on you or anything. Oh, right, of course, and the damage. Let me now roll that. Yours is not critical, so it is a regular 30. You deal
Mhm.
335
I was gonna say
damage.
half of his beam is lightning damage.
Lightning, yeah.
He's half
Oh,
lightning, half
half
ice.
of it is lightning damage. Okay, so then I will
Yeah,
roll
so just
Yeah.
take.
an
I
extra.
was gonna say just take half of.
I was
take
gonna
half
roll
of the.
roll an extra. I'm just gonna roll an extra 15 d20 since half of it would be critical. All right, that's an extra 184.
335.
All right,
Plus 184.
184. Oh my goodness. That's a 9. Nope. Yeah, that's a 9. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 519 damage. Oh my goodness.
and with that, he is brought to bloody. All right.
Beautiful. Think.
Now you get your extra attack.
Yep.
And
Yeah, suddenly the world around
That
you,
is-
the mountainscape, the destruction begins to fade as your eyes blink and you see the kingpin's
I have a
chambers
question.
around you reform. Go ahead.
Did the mountains look like back home at Italy
No, so
for a moment?
they were the so while you're traveling through sanctuary, through this world, the
Okay.
clearings and everything, you're in like these canyons essentially, and surrounding
Ooh, oh yeah.
surrounding the clearings, there's these mountains so tall that you can't even see their peaks. You were upon one of those tallest mountains, taller than any that you've ever seen, looking down at Tristram, at the clearings you've seen so far, and also there was a city that was really far away in the desert. You could see there was a giant castle city that was in the distance as well, and then a port city. All of these places were wrought of destruction. That was a teaser for Act 2.
Oh wait,
Those are the
Desert
three
City, Port
those are the three
City,
locations that will become available
and
to you all.
Castle. Okay,
You're
wrote
looking
that
at the
down in
landscape of the realm you've been transported to.
Jesus
Exactly.
Christ.
Yeah, and the kingpin was atop this tallest mountain upon a pile of golden treasure as he watched the destruction of this place. Vadagar shows up, he starts fucking Kingpin up, he creates this beam of light. From there, Godak shows up, sees that the Kingpin has now gotten back up from taking a hit from Vadagar, and he's attempting to attack Vadagar, so Godak created this vortex of electricity that would surround him to stop him, and then you saw that he was about to break through that vortex of electricity, so you added to it, creating a like ice storm around it, just pelting him with ice.
Beautiful.
And then suddenly now you're back in the regular realm. You that all faded away, and you find yourself back in the chamber.
All right, that is now perfect. Sorry that took so long to
Nope,
understand.
no problem, man.
But
No worries. You kind of missed the
That
beginning
was-
part of that.
I
But, yeah.
did miss a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But
I don't
was
think you were
listening
here
through
for
and then
my
it-
first turn.
I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't here for your first turn.
Yeah, that's probably why it took a little bit to understand it. Yeah.
It's all good. No worries.
But that makes so much sense, and it's like,
And like I said,
Alright, and
so
then-
far Vadagar has unlocked the spark of vengeance divinity. Godak has unlocked the spark of of lightning divinity, and you have unlocked the spark of ice divinity.
Oh, beautiful cold water. Love that. Ice. Funny enough, you say that because I've been building a GLC water deck in Pokemon.
All right, with
It's
your you
actually
still
going
have
well.
another attack, correct?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I still got another.
I think my
attack.
voice just cracked there. Oh my god, the
It
Gorb's
did, yeah.
voice Gorb's voice is getting taxing. Good thing I'm gonna take a
Yeah.
break in a second.
I'm gonna spend a maneuver.
Wait, Laughter, did you remember to pre-dap today?
Oh, of course, always.
Oh, great. I just didn't remember you saying you would, so I was like, huh?
I went to the dispensary and I got pens, so I'm hitting carts currently.
Ah.
Alright, so you're doing your extra attack, Nessa?
Yeah, gonna make that a precision attack. Cause why not?
Keep in mind, you roll 4 d20s.
I know. It's just so good.
Watch her do that damage and then crit and do more damage.
And
Raise
then
damage.
it's a plus 12 again. And that's my final charge. 18
30,
plus
30.
12. Yeah. 30.
Which
yeah,
will hit.
30. Yeah. And then I can apply precision attack after effects.
And don't forget to
Good.
multiply electricity, lightning damage.
Yep, so I will roll
Make sure you roll your d12s separately.
d12, d12, but what is also my precision dice? I think it is a d8, so I get to roll an extra d8 with that lightning damage. And we got 15 times 2.
So 30.
So 30, which ain't bad. Not too bad. And then cold. Can only roll once. But that's 23! That's so good!
So 53 damage total.
53 damage total. And 1.
And 2 more saves.
And
Okay.
2 more saves, please, sir.
All right.
And I'll take the check with that.
Roll. Oh, those are better. At disadvantage, that's an 18. Next one at disadvantage.
that's
Oh,
nice.
disadvantage, that's a 28. Damn,
Oh,
those
good.
that second
Either
one.
way,
I was a nat 20 and
Baller.
an 18.
Baller
That was a
rolls.
nat 20 and an
Baller
18.
rolls.
either way, he's still frozen because
Yeah.
he failed the first.
He is
ice
still
one.
frozen. Yes, he
I
is
think
still
he failed
frozen.
the frozen, yeah.
He failed the frozen and the lightning, but I used a resistance
ain't
on
going
just the
anywhere.
lightning because I didn't want to.
Wait a minute. Does that mean because he's now frozen and restrained, does he get an extra advantage? Would that be an extra d20 just to see if he crits?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's see, gentlemen.
If only I had silvery barbs to burn that legendary resistance.
I don't have any reactions either. That's why I
Oh,
can't do anything.
it was one away.
So close. So
Oh
close.
my gosh.
Oh wow. All right.
All right.
That ends your
All
turn.
right. That's fine.
Should have
No, no, that
multi-classed
ends my
into a
turn.
champion fighter, I guess.
You still have
I
Willow.
really
You
should've.
still
Oh,
have
Willow.
I
yes.
still have Willow. Oh my goodness.
Willow's turn. What is Willow gonna do?
If Willow crits,
Willow
you can
is
use it on
going to
him.
do his signature, shoot a knife from his bow.
Okay. He shoots a knife from his bow.
And that's we roll 5d20s.
5d.
Ah, stacking advantage is so fun.
Right.
Oh, I love it. And since there's an ally within me, this would classify as sneak attack too.
Yeah. Anytime
Oh.
you get advantages, always sneak attack.
Nat 20
Nat
on
20.
2 of them.
There you go.
Oh,
Would you
gosh!
would you like to
You
use
can
your
roll.
god die?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what is my stealth attack? Willow.
Would you like?
Willow.
I think you get an extra 4d6.
46.
So are you using your god die?
So roll. Are you going to use the golden dice on Willow to do to roll the times damage?
Yes.
All right.
Because geez, this is the best time to use it.
Roll the
when you
d20.
crit. All right.
Let's see how many times.
8.
8. So 8 times damage.
8
so
times
roll your normal.
damage.
All right.
Roll your
so
normal damage and then times it by
8.
Or roll 8 times the dice because that's way more fun.
8d6. 8d6.
No. That's gonna be because what's your regular damage dice?
Hold on. That is true. Hold on. Let me go back to characters and then Willow. I just had it. Oh no, that's the one where I didn't add. That's the basic Willow. My bad. This is the level 8 rogue assassin Willow. With no picture. Not the trickster. Okay, so it would be actually a D8 for
Okay.
damage because he's using
So
his
roll
rapier.
8d8
And then what's the sneak?
24d6.
Yeah, 24d6. So 8d8 and 24d6.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
24d6.
Because you got 8. Because what the golden die is when you crit, 1 crit per game, whoever
and
holds the golden die
8d8.
gets to multiply their dice by the golden dice's number rather than the
I'm
regular
gonna
system.
just write that down. Golden dice.
Yep.
Multiply by number.
Yep. It gets used on one of your crits,
So-
and then right since you're using it, choose who it's going to go to next session, and then they're gonna go ahead and take it now. You don't get to use it though till next session.
And it can't be me or Godak because we've already had
Yes.
it. It has to go through a round first.
Emmy,
Emmy,
you
get
take
next.
it.
All right.
You
Right.
get the. You get it.
Write down for next session that
Yay.
you get the golden dice, Emmy.
Yep, I will.
Thank you
Damn,
all. I
befriending
appreciate this.
Gorb was a good idea.
Let's see that damage.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Jeez.
And this. So
100
what's your plus? What's your modifier to attack as well?
My modifier is
Two.
gosh.
So
So
it's
my
what's your modifier
modifier
to
to-
attack?
My modifier to attack is +6 with Willow.
So that would be 24 extra damage. So that's 138 total
138 damage.
on that hit.
And with that, Gorb has less than 1,000 HP left.
Kingpin.
Yes, Kingpin.
Oh my gosh! I was about to.
All
be like,
this time you've actually been adding the damage to Gorb.
They're adding
Kingpin.
the damage, and I'm like,
Kingpin has less than
Oh,
1,000
okay.
HP left.
that's
The final stages of the fight
something.
begin as Willow's dagger pierces so hard into the Kingpin's it perfectly aligns with your hold, Nessa, that you created in the Kingpin. The dagger flies through that, and it's like Willow used telekinesis to perfectly pull it down, and it strikes into his heart, right into the fucking heart, in the hole, and you see blood just gush from the Kingpin's mouth as he coughs it up, straw being covered in it down at their feet, as he kind of just looks up and he wipes the fucking blood away from his eyes, as you all realize that the Kingpin's death draws near.
Bro made a 3-point shot.
Can,
with his,
can Emmy
with
say
his
something at
dagger.
this point?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, say it.
Emmy will just like say out in a very, very cheery tone. I thought you said that you would have an easy time defeating us.
Very true.
And
You were
as
cocky,
you
sir.
and
You were
as
cocky.
you say that, and I assume Willow and your turn ends, Nessa.
Let me just check if Willow has
Bonus
any extra
action
attacks.
dash or hide.
Oh, you could try to hide. Yeah, no, and that's a special. So it's actually a special. So bonus action dash. I'm gonna go in the. Yeah, we're gonna go in the paint and hide as his special. Which you could try to hide even when you are lightly obscured. Yeah. Art of disappearing. Beautiful, Willow. And just like that, he raises his hands like a magician. Magic. He's gone.
So you gotta roll.
And-
You gotta roll your stealth or whatever.
Stealth. Yes.
Wait, does he get to bonus action dash and bonus action stealth?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
it's actually his special, which is Art of Disappearing. You can try to hide even when you are only lightly obscured from the creature from which you are hiding.
Right, but you have to bonus action? You have to bonus action hide or bonus action both.
No, but that's his special. It says action type special. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that just means even if you're only lightly obscured, you can
Yeah.
try to hide.
Oh,
It doesn't
But you
mean
still
you
have to use your
hide.
bonus action to hide.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
Is he now? Would you be lightly obscured if you're behind Gorb?
That is a good question.
DM.
DM.
If he was standing behind
Uh,
Gorb, like where he was, would that be considered? If he's in Gorb's shadow, would he be considered obscured?
He's obscured from the Kingpin, but I mean Emmy, Nessa, Godak, Arisa.
Well, yeah, but he's trying to hide from the Kingpin.
then
not-
yeah, just if it's only
There
the
you go.
Kingpin, he needs to be hidden from. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. So, neato.
So roll your stealth.
Which I get advantage on. +9. Wait a minute. Yeah, +9. Oh wow, that's
So
gonna be a
27.
27.
Awesome. All right, and that ends your turn. And as your
Yes.
turn ends, and Emmy says this, the Kingpin laughs. If you think I am out of fight, you are quite mistaken. As he snaps his fingers, and the shadows between him and his connected minions sever as they and you Emmy, you realize that they're no longer controlled by him, but they have become separate sentient entities. To spell magic will no longer work, and they also begin to crack, and their forms begin to solidify. Rather than looking like holograms, now they look more like flesh and bone, as you see them begin to expand and grow until they reach a larger size. And then it goes to Kingpin 2's turn. As Riley sees this happen before him, his
Fuck.
eyes widen. Fuck, 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 fuck. Exactly. As number 2 comes stepping into range and attempts to grab him. Riley needs to make a strength save. He must beat a 13.
What?
He has to beat a 13 strength save.
Come on, Riley, don't fail me now. That's 17.
All right, he
Ooh,
passes.
not bad.
So
Hell yeah.
he manages to he grabs the dragon's hand as it attempts to grab him, and he just flings it to the side. And in retaliation, the hand comes back, attempting to claw him. The second action, and that's a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
All right, and he takes 33 magical slashing damage.
33.
Yep, 33.
Okay.
And that ends number 2's turn, meaning we're back to top of initiative, and we are going to take a 15-minute break. We will be back at 5:50.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, gentlemen.
Great. Can I ask one of you guys to ping me when I need to be back? I gotta go take a call real quick.
I got you. No worries.
Well, thank you.
All right. Talk to everyone in 15. All right. P10, buddy.
Perfect. With exactly 1 minute to spare.
Great. If people were still planning to ping me, don't bother. I'm back.
I just got
Okay.
back myself. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
I just finished eating.
I've got a little meal in the microwave for myself, and then I got me and my girlfriend steaks for tonight's celebration. Seasoned, so they're resting, and they'll be ready for cooking in like 4 or 5 hours.
He's getting steak tonight.
Hell yeah! Celebrating 1,000 subs.
I
Nice.
was about to ask, what are you celebrating? Oh yeah, of course, 1,000 subs.
1,000 subs. Yep, 1,010 currently. We went up by 10, probably about like 5 or 6
Well,
during the
this stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, crazy.
It's been nice. It has indeed been
Yeah,
nice.
cause when I clicked on this stream, it still said 1,000. It still does. So if I update, it'll be like what 1,010.
1,010.
Yeah. Wow, you went up 10 in one stream.
Yeah. Been good so far.
It goes fast when you hit 1,000. Huh?
It's been fast
mean,
since
I-
400. Yeah, it was a blink. It's
Yeah,
been a blink
true.
since then. It's been a blink. It's been
All right. Are
absolutely
we all good to get
insane.
going?
Yep. Tell me about it, son.
Atlas.
He said he was here.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So you here?
Nessa.
I'm really taking this session.
Glad everyone's having a good time. Well, at least I'm glad Vaticar's having a good time. I hope everyone is having a good time.
I am having a great time. Can't wait to burn some legendary resistances.
Awesome.
He doesn't have any more.
He's got one. One left.
He's got one.
No, he used it against the Paras, didn't he?
No.
He had
succeeded that one.
He had 2 left.
Oh,
yeah, he
gotcha.
had 2
He's got
left, and
one
he
left.
used. Yeah, he's got 1 left now. Yeah, he used 1
Yeah.
because he didn't undo the cold, just the paralysis. Hey, we're at 111. We just want to buy another one.
Oh, great. I am
So are you here?
so low on my spells.
Yippee.
All right, we're good.
Nessa?
With that,
Welcome back.
Yippee.
Atlan,
Yes. I'm
top
here.
of initiative, you are up.
All right.
Are you muted? Oh, there you go.
I'm just looking. I think what I want to do is kind of hold the back line with my aura or whatever.
Yo, you okay there?
just hit my pen, yeah.
Okay, I think that's. Yeah, I can do that. So I'm moving to position. They are now in my aura. Do they take damage as I move into them? Right.
Yes, indeed they do. And because that is one of your class features, one of your special things, that will also fulfill the requirements to, as you walk into them, Atlan, and your blood magic begins to envelop them, striking them to their core, you feel as if a lingering magic in the air from an earlier casted spell mixes with your own, as if the blood of these creatures rips them, the blood of your magic pierces into their own, and like a bad transfusion begins to tear them to bits from the inside, ripping an entryway for your consciousness, your soul, to slip inside of the kingpins. And before you see a scene of Vadigar standing in the center of an area, creating a magical beam of light, like the Erd tree from Elden Ring. Godak behind him, using the magic protruding from his shell to create a swirling vortex of lightning around what you can see to be an injured Kingpin. And last but certainly not least, Nessa over to the side has brandishing her shield, a giant eyeball opening in the center of it, a piercing beam of constant light, of blue and gold light, just striking out, hitting the vortex, causing icicles to swirl throughout it, striking him over and over and over again. But it still just isn't quite enough. The icicles repel him for a moment, but within an instant, you realize that he is going to break free soon as he rises from his knees back to his feet, resisting harder and harder, trying with all of his effort to break free from this storm. You have but a moment to act, Atlan. Everything in this moment is completely free. You can use any of your magic spells. Just let me know what you want to do, and I'll tell you what happens.
So he's currently like in this torrent, the environment and this atmosphere and stuff is all attacking him.
Correct. Yeah, you can see it's all caused by your three allies.
Uh-huh.
Also, looking at your three allies, they don't look like they're there. You can see their bodies, but their eyes, they're rolled back white. It's as if they're unconscious, just like being powered by nothing but willpower and magic.
Would it make sense for me to move and engulf him in my aura?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. You could also use like your blood siphon. Use this anything you want to do. Just let me know.
So yeah, I guess I would fly in so that now he's also within, or he is in this, mental space or whatever. He's in my aura, so he would have that similar effect happen to him in his vision, or this sub realm or whatever. And as I'm moving into him, because my guiding bolt is now also modified by my class and choices. So I'd fire a guiding bolt into him as I fly up to him to engulf him in my aura. So now it shoots out, I believe it's 8 sort of
Atlan,
radiant slash blood magic.
don't worry about damage, but Atlan, as you approach the torrent, the storm, it's as if a gateway opens for you, like Vadagar and not Vadagar, but Godak and Nessa's magic recognize you, and they know not to hurt you, allowing you to slip right in if you so please. Do you go inside the torrent?
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, it like flying into the eye of the storm. You go through, and for a second you feel cold. You feel the chill and the tingle of the electricity. But in an instant, you're broken through the wall of the storm, and you're now in the center. You raise, flying all the way as high as you can, finding a nice spot that's clear where none of the magic is harmful to you. None of it even comes close to you. And you take your hands together and you create this guiding bolt. And as you fire it down below you to the Kingpin, rather than being a single bolt, it becomes a beam of blood and destruction that begins to pierce down, striking the Kingpin, nailing him like y'all know the Stanley Kubrick scene from The Shining, the blood elevator.
Mhm.
Yeah, so with the all the blood rushing out, gushing out, it's like that, like just a torrent. Or like another example, Jeff from Marvel Rivals, he has a healing beam he shoots out in this beam of water like that, just blood just gushing from your palms, just striking him, pouring down on him like a waterfall, slamming into him over and over and over. And your holy storm, not your holy storm, but your holy energy, your sanctuary begins to spin around you as if the swirling storm of the tornado vortex is picking it up like wind picking up leaves and dirt, and your blood begins to spiral, circling and siphoning into the beam, as the tree that is being created by Vadagar, at the point where the siphon strikes it, everything from that point on goes from not only being gold, but being gold, orange, blue, yellow, and now even crimson. in red, the tree growing larger and larger, the branches becoming bigger and bigger. Storms of blood begin to torrent to the ground. Lightning is striking everywhere. Hailstorms are pelting all of these little versions of the Kingpin. They all are they're being decimated. You feel as if just a little bit more and he will be defeated. But something is missing. Someone is missing. As you are suddenly pulled out of the mental realm, blinking and seeing around you the regular area as the fight continues and you continue your turn. And hold on, sorry, my bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
But is he weak to radiant?
That you're the guiding bolt. What damage is it? It's radiant and
Blood.
It's radiant in blood.
It's radiant and blood, right? Okay. I don't know why I'm asking. Regardless, he's not weak to radiant. No. There we go. 341 damage. Holy shit. All right. Now what, Atlan?
Okay. So I'm back in the now. I'm back in the scene that we see on Owlbear.
Yep. Let me go back. Let me type into all of these guys that they all have 19 damage at least. This guy had how much damage already? 7. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23. 23. And then the one up top has just 16 damage. Okay. All right, good. Got that written down.
So the damage they take goes to my blood pool, right?
Yes, indeed. So they all took 16 damage. So 16 times 3 is what you get into your blood pool.
And just out of curiosity, because I think Godak mentioned it on the first one, but the other two ended within 5 sphere as well, didn't they? So wouldn't each of them take do a dex save?
One of them has not taken their turn yet, right? Yeah, the number the one with 19.
Oh yeah,
has not taken their
so it'd
turn.
be the second one.
But the second one now does that dex. Let me do that real quick. Do that dex save.
16 save.
They failed it with a 13. They take the damage.
And
that is the second one. Which one is that one? Okay, that's the one. That's the one at the very top. Okay, how much damage?
6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. They go from 16 to 22. Okay. All right, got it. It is tracked.
Okay, so I still have an action because that technically wasn't my action. Whatever happened in that scene.
Yes,
prior.
yeah, that's not your action. Yeah, that's all free.
Okay, I do something similar though, except this time when I use guiding bolt, remind me, is it because it's 8 dice at first level? Is it similar to magic missile where each dice kind of represents a missile, like a visible missile or something?
Yes.
Would you say I could split it up if I'm rolling 8 dice and I want to divide it amongst the 3 kingpins? Could I do that? Or we're getting too complicated.
You still have a single spell left to be modified, don't you? Or is guiding bolt's already modified. Yeah, right.
Right. That's why I'm rolling so many dice. So now that's why I have the question: is it?
Oh, so no.
It's like one giant bolt.
So
yeah, just a bolt.
yeah. Because the reason it's so much damage is because of the modification. It's just like one. It's now like one big. Not only is it the guiding bolt, but it's like
bolt.
It's wrapped in your blood magic as well. That's the extra damage. Yeah.
Got you. It's not individual darts. Anyway, I'm still gonna do guiding bolt. Just first level and hit. I can hit Kingpin. I think it's 120.
I would say if you want to strike at the Kingpin, it definitely will be. You're not going to get any of the advantages because not only is Gorb in your way, but the Kingpin is also currently on his knees, so he's like not even standing at height level, like even level.
I am able to fly.
Okay. Yeah, if you fly,
I activated my blood wings. I could fly up. I just don't know how high the ceiling is.
the ceiling is as high as these guys are. Let me go ahead and measure them again.
So
For
he'd still be in my
reference.
way, right?
No, but you would definitely be able to if you flew all the way up. So can you fly 35 feet?
I already flew my movement.
So yeah,
So it's just a
definitely.
regular attack roll.
It's definitely it's gonna be a regular attack roll. I'm not gonna benefit from the
Let me
advantages.
check my inspirations. I have some funny die. Let's see what happens. I will shoot level 1 guiding bolt at Kingpin, which that is +8.
The blood pools together in your palms, your radiant energy infusing into it like a core around like the center of like a slime. You know, like a what's it called? The core. Exactly. I already said it. And you create the blast and you fire. It's an 18 to hit.
Yes.
18 to hit will not hit, sadly.
Funny die.
That will hit.
23.
That will hit.
So then he gets hit with that. That's going to be, and I can also use my divine blood right. It's basically like a divine strike or whatever once per turn. I can roll an extra D8 radiant and D12 blood on weapons, cantrips, and first level spells. So I cast that at first level. I'd like to add that.
Okay.
So that's 8d12. And I don't need to split it up, right? He's not weak to any of this stuff.
Do you have? It's force
It's radiant and
damage.
blood.
Yeah, no, then you're good.
All right, so there we go. 49 damage to Kingpin, and the next 2 attacks. Double advantage on next 2 attacks.
That's a first level spell. Damn.
Yeah.
All
Gets
right.
extra 2d12 per level.
So total damage was.
Oh, so you
49.
upcasted it.
No, not this time. No. That was
Damn.
at first level.
Total damage
I
was what?
added my divine strike basically. That upped it a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was your question?
Total damage. I need to add it.
49 damage.
Plus 49. Okay, it strikes him hard. He's getting weak.
And I'm gonna put invisible on him again, that because it has a little eye on it, and that's advantage on him.
Okay.
Next 2 attacks.
When that ends Atlan's turn.
That ends
Oh, no, he's
Atlan's
still
turn.
Straw.
Straw.
Oh, right, correct.
Now having some fellows around, he's going to be a little bit more active in the fight, and he's going to take a couple of attacks.
It's what, 4 advantages because he's restrained. You get 1 advantage. You get advantage from Guiding Bolt, advantage from Gorb, and advantage from total of 5 dice. I believe 5d20s.
Okay. He's going to just take 3 attacks. He's out of key points, so he's just going to get attack, extra attack, and attack as a bonus action. He said how many dice for attack?
5 for the first 2, 4 for the last one.
Four.
So add
A
1 extra
19.
dice. It's 5 for the first 2, 4 for the last one.
Oh, 5.
Yeah.
2 19s are barely okay. 5 again. The highest there would be he has a +6. That would be 17 to
17.
hit.
That 17 would not hit now.
Not hit. Said 4.
Did we ever learn this guy's AC?
Nope, miss again. I rolled 3 6s though. Check. Nope. It's a 9 and a 6. Never mind. Still though, it's 17. 15.
Your 25, I think, hits, but
Yeah, 25 hits, the rest miss.
Yeah, it's 1 hit. I still didn't get him any bonus.
And yes, you
damage.
guys did. It's 21.
Yep. I remembered something about us learning it.
Yep, you did 21.
Actually, I can do D8. I'm sorry. 10 damage. It is his attacks are considered magical at this point, right? He's high enough level. So yeah, key empowered strikes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, he takes that damage.
Yeah, he's gonna stay where he is. He doesn't have this little marker anymore. And yeah, that's what he can do this turn. I'm done.
All right, and then this goes away, right? Because it was the next 2 attacks.
Correct.
Okay. All right. And that brings us to the legendary action of the Kingpin. And now that he is at this point, he unlocks the final one. And looking down at Straw, the little insect who has just punched at him, he still on his knees grabs at Straw.
Is he not upset with me invading his mind?
Oh yes, he is, but he's sick of the littlest of he knows this little gnat. This one has done just beep beep little beep beep over and over, and he's sick of it. He knows that you and the Gorb are just beating the shit out of him, and he's just trying to get off anything he can. He's desperate. He's fucking, and he's a sicko. He's a
The
vile.
weakest one that's hit him only once, done nothing.
Yeah, well, Straw has hit him. No, Straw.
Nope,
This
only
is-
once.
This is because
Only that one time.
and because the Kingpin's, like I say, he's not the smartest around the block. He's not dumb, but he's also pretty not focusing on. He doesn't care about people like you. He probably sees Straw as just being Willow. Like they're just both haven't done much. He doesn't know Willow shot that dagger earlier because he didn't see the shot get fired off. But he sees them to be the same. They're just little insects that keep stabbing, just doing nothing and just annoying him. And he's going to use his legendary action to strength. Straw needs to make a strength check.
Okay, and I wanted to
Saving
ask
throw.
a question about my blood points. Are they a bonus action to use those, infuse those in somebody?
What was that?
My blood points. Does that count as a bonus action to use them and infuse them into somebody?
No. It's as soon as someone enters the your area, it's a free action. So as long as they're in your circle, you can give that to them instantly as a free action. Also, I'm going
Okay,
to
so-
show the stream the roll that the Kingpin just got on the strength check against Straw. His modifier is a +10. Straw has to beat a dirty 30. A natural 30, sorry.
That's probably impossible. So 21 is what I roll, and I don't think any funny die or anything are going to save me.
Straw is grabbed by the Kingpin. He is
I have
lifted.
Cloak of Displacement. Would he have? I guess it's a save, right? Never mind.
Yeah, this is a strength check, not a strength save. Yeah, contested strength check specifically.
Yeah, I mean, it
and-
wasn't an attack. So.
Yeah, and Straw is instantly grabbed by the Kingpin. He brings him up to his lips like a protein bar snack, and hoping to get a little bit of his energy back to be able to continue this fight and not lose to these vile, wretched worms, he will do whatever he must. And Straw, squirming and wiggling around as much as he can, he knows what is to come, and he turns, seeing you in the hallway in the distance. Your eyes lock for just a brief moment. He's able to just barely wiggle his hand and arm free from the grasp, and he puts his 2 fingers up to his forehead, and looking at you and only you, Atlan, he gives you a final salute as he is put into the mouth of the Kingpin, and in an instant he is chewed up and a gulp rings out throughout the entirety of the room before silence falls.
Yo,
And-
did you just insta-kill Straw?
And no more stutter is given. He is down to 300 HP and has unlocked his final legendary action. He uses all of his legendary charges to use that single legendary action, which means he has no legendary actions till his next turn. But luckily, that's not too far away. And yes, if you fail that strength check, it is an insta-kill. Insta-kill, not instant permadeath, obviously, because revivify and everything. If you kill him and open his guts, you can fucking revivify from fucking even most.
You still have to do that within a minute.
There's higher level shit too, but also like I said,
resurrection and those. Yeah.
which I believe the
Mm.
party does have a single use of.
I don't think any of us are high enough level yet. I think it's like what, a level 5 spell.
No, it's not a spell someone can cast, but there's someone with an item.
Didn't we have a scroll of resurrection?
There's an item that someone has, not a scroll of resurrection. Someone has an item that they don't realize has. I'm not gonna say anymore. Just trust me. It'll when it happens. It happens if it happens. So that being the case, Straw is stutter no more. And that ends his legendary action. Bring it to you, Vadagar. You see this happen before your very eyes. You see
Sorry.
Straw give a salute to Atlan. Atlan, do you say? I'll give you the chance to say anything, to speak something, before anyone else.
Well, out of character, I want to point out, because I'm still getting used to these blood points, I would channel all of those to Gadok.
Okay.
For now. Because I'm not sure what state you're in, but they're temporary hit points, so you just pile them on. Get
Okay,
yourself a
plus
little bit of a
48.
buffer.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
your blood HP was only to replenish lost HP.
DM.
Yes, that is correct. Vadagar is true. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that is only to replenish
Oh,
lost
so
HP.
how
That's
much
fine.
are you down?
I
Riley.
got myself up to max last session.
Give
so
it to
Riley's
Riley. Yeah,
fine.
Riley doesn't have. He hasn't lost.
Riley's
Oh,
fine.
only 10 HP. Right? Yeah, he's only lost 10 HP. Correct. So yeah, it'll
yeah, I was
just
able to get
Nobody
myself to
needs it.
max.
it'll
No
just
one
sit
needs
for
it?
now.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it'll just sit for now.
Never mind. What's the yellow ring around Gadok?
That is his
That's my
lightning
devil
energy.
fruit.
His lightning devil fruit.
Got you. All right,
Yeah.
that was confusing me. All right, never mind. I would not. Alan would not say anything to Straw. Now's not the time. He's hoping that that's not the last of Straw.
Okay. That means Vadagar. You see the scene unfold before you. You see Straw give a salute, and you can only assume based off of the direction that you know who it went to before he was eaten in an instant. What do you do?
Ha! You stupid son of a bitch! Should have taken on someone a little more threatening. Oh yeah, my mic was muted. I thought for a second there I thought my mic was muted. When
No,
I
you're
said
good. No, we heard it. Yeah, you're good.
that. And then going to.
He's become much more feral at this point. He's now just kind of grunting and groaning and making guttural noises to respond. He's not really speaking much anymore. Much longer. God, I have bad brain.
You have reverted
Using
to
an
his
item,
state.
kind of using a non like healing potion or combat item. That's a free action.
What was that?
Using a non-combat or like healing free action.
What is it? It depends on
So
the item
kind of
description.
for instance, like the summoning scroll, that was a free action.
Yes,
right?
something like that's a free action, correct.
Okay. I wonder if this will help. I will use the crow skull to summon Luca's aid.
Oh, okay. You crush the crow skull in your hand, and my friend, hello, my friends. And as he says that, he begins to apparate in the corner of the room, and he sees what the everything, and he's like, Holy fucking shit, my friends! What is happening?
Kingpin just ate straw. Can you do something?
Oh no. It's Nautix all over again. Shit. Yes? First, we must kill him and cut him open. That is the only hope. But you have now summoned
Fine.
him, and he will now add to initiative, and he will start fighting with you.
All right.
I love the accent on that guy, by the way.
Awesome.
That's fucking great.
Use the crow skull. Keep the item, but put it to 0. Okay. I'm gonna start with like. Riley's gonna be like shit. He's gonna action disengage.
Okay.
And he's gonna go over here and run Kodak. That's really all he can do. Then okay, I'm going to sorry, hold on 1 second. I'm going to bonus action convert my 4th level spell slot into sorcery points.
Okay.
Spend nope, not regain. Spend that. Sorcery points go up to 4. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to let's see. Quicken spell. I'm going to quicken spell the slow spell.
All right.
He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Wait, hold on. No, that's wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. That is a 17.
That passes. However, I'm going to reaction cast Silvery Barbs. Make him roll that again.
Okie dokie. That is a 17 was the lower one.
Okay, and then that gives me advantage. And I'm going to attack him with my flail again.
Okay.
Train, it's 1 advantage. Silvery Barbs, another advantage. Guide in combat, another advantage. So that's what, 3 advantages?
Yeah, because Straw would have been the 4th, but sadly Straw has been Nautixed.
That is a 19 plus stuff.
I assume a 19 plus your shit's gonna hit, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep track of where's my fucking stone giant shit. There it is. Okay, try to figure out all of this damage. So that's going to be separate. That I put as a d6. 6, 2, 6, 2, d6. For the lightning that gets doubled, I'm just going to add 2d6 instead of 1d6.
Okay.
6, 6. And then that's added, that's added, that's added. Okay, so it's gonna be this plus 8. That is 67 points of damage.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. First one. It's a 28.
Passes. Second one.
Second one. It's a natural 20.
Passes.
Third one.
Third one.
25.
That passes. And I believe that is all of those. All right, that's my turn.
All right. And that will bring us to another legendary action from. Oh, no, he has no legendary actions. Never mind. Rats. That's fine.
He does now.
No,
No, wait.
Nope, it's
No,
Godak. Not
one
yet.
more turn.
And 2 more turns actually, because his little minion doesn't count as him. So
Yeah, I said a couple more turns.
yeah. All right, Godak. You saw. I don't. I assume. Were you looking at the 3 of them, or were you looking over in the Kingpin's
Nessa,
distance?
sorry to interrupt. That was I used a command or not commanding strike, a maneuvering strike. So Nessa, you were allowed to move half.
Ooh, sorry.
Nessa,
There
you were
we
allowed
go.
to move half your movement.
All right, where do I want to move? Um, um. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna move here. Hold on, let me make sure. Got enough movement. Okay. Okay, 30. Yep. Just making sure. I can move right there. Thank you, Vadigar.
Okay,
You're welcome.
Godak.
Well, I would have been probably looking at the mini kingpins last.
So
But
yeah.
I would, at the beginning of the turn, I'd probably turn back and to activate Call Lightning again as my main action. So I need another Dex 19 save.
So yeah, Godak, you turn. You were looking at the Kingpin Straw and Gorb and all of that, and you turned over to see the 3 of them, and you've turned back, and Straw is now just nowhere to be seen. Atlan yells out that Straw's death will not be permanent, and you can only assume, what has happened. You do Call Lightning, and a Dex save at disadvantage since he's still on his knees. It's a 17.
That misses, so he's going to take 50 lightning damage.
It's already doubled, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, he's getting closer and closer. Did I add Luca to the... Oh, I didn't add Luca to the initiative yet. Hold on. That's my bad. Forgot to do that. Okay. Not 170, 17. Okay. All right. You call down lightning. It strikes him as a giant hand. It hits him, and the lightning reverberates through his metallic skeleton and his metallic skin. He screams out in more agony and pain. Closer and closer. Death's door comes knocking.
Let's see. Don't really have any bonus action spells. Everything is a 1 action. Well,
I was gonna say, isn't your bonus action the Call Lightning on consecutive turns? Or am I thinking of
unfortunately
something else?
not. It's the main action.
Gotcha.
Trying to see, do I have any bonus action? Only thing I got bonus action wise that I can potentially do would be a healing word. But I don't think anybody's really hurt and spell damage wise. So thing there. So probably go ahead and go on to Mortem's turn then.
Okay.
Still has the flame sphere Is there anything else? 'Cause that's a bonus action to move. So let's see. I can do a main action.
Bonus action slam it, yeah.
What can I do here? Let's say line. Trying to see what kind of. Yeah, I guess I'll go and do that. For my main action of Morton, he's gonna cast a Ray of Sickness on the Raging Kingpin, mini Kingpin,
Okay.
and that's a spell to hit. So and it's a 20, dirty 20
That
to
hits.
hit.
That hits them.
Okay, and that's gonna be 3d8 damage. That'll be 18. That necrotic, I believe. On target takes. Oh wait. Okay, so no, it's poison damage, and then that creature must make a con save on, and on a failed save, it is poisoned until the end of the next turn.
Okay.
So a 16 con save.
Con save. They fail.
All right, so it's poisoned till the end of the turn, and it's 18 poison damage. And bonus action, I'll go ahead and slam the flame spear. It's under him.
So that's 18 total
I'll
damage.
then-
What was the other damage before that as well?
That was it.
It was just 18 total. Okay, cool.
Yeah, for Mortem. And then flame sphere bonus action, I'll go ahead and slam that into the raging one as well.
Okay.
And that's a dex save for that.
Dex save. Roll that. That one did pass.
Okay, so I believe that's just gonna be half damage, I believe. So 4 fire damage, I believe. Let me double check the.
So 55. Okay. All right. And that ends your turn.
Yep.
All right. That means it is now Little Kingpin's turn. Number 3. This one takes
Oh my god, it's a little penguin.
It takes 15 more damage from the sphere, so 19, 22, 24, 34. 34 damage on that one. But it matters not because it uses its action to you see it grabs its own head and it begins to scream, roaring, roaring and roaring as the Kingpin looks at you, Vadagar, and he smirks. And suddenly he begins to shrink. Nope, 35. And he grows a little bit smaller. And the third one nope, a little too tall, a little too big. Then grows a little bit bigger as they then swap consciousnesses. This one just becomes Kingpin, and this one and the little one looks at you, Vadagar. Oh, this is not. This one's no longer bloodied. This one now is. And this one. Actually, it has to. It's because it switches. They switch consciousnesses, so this one still is the body. So it has all the effects that were applied to it. So it move? It cannot move at all right now, right?
Correct.
So I don't think it can actually hit you because I think you're Yeah, you're
I'm also floating in the air.
yes, yeah, you
around
are.
his shoulders.
So yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
he's gotten that much smaller.
yeah, he's gotten considerably. Yeah, he can't reach you. That means so. Yeah, he just looks at you. He kind of swats. You see him flinging his arms, trying to hit you, but he can't reach you, and that means he has to just end his turn.
Coward.
Which means, and then this one, change its name. Okay, cool. All right, and that ends that one's turn. What the fuck? Why did I do that? Oh, the initiative tracker looks wrong. I'm trying to update Owlbear, see if that maybe.
It's Luca's turn next.
And I'm just trying to fix shit because Kingpin.
It looks okay for me.
Kingpin
is switched with Kingpin 3.
Yeah, so their AC should be okay. So let me just change this to 19. Let me change his to because they've switched consciousnesses with their bodies. Their initiatives they switched initiatives. So Kingpin now only has an initiative of 16, and his next turn is skipped, of course. The Kingpin 3, the minion, his next turn is skipped because he used this feature. So that means it is Luca's turn. Luca, oh, he is going to use a 5th level spell. He is going to use Insect Plague. He calls out to the insects dwelling within the cave, and he commands them to swarm around the little minion guy. And what do I need to do? Constitution saving throw from the minion, which miserably fails with a 4. That means Luca deals 32 damage to him as the insects begin to swirl around him, biting, just tearing apart this little this little fake's flesh. 32 would mean 83. Okay, and that means this one is also bloodied. He casts that spell as an action, and then he casts the cantrip for a bonus action, Primal Curse. So
It's a druid one, isn't it?
I believe this is a homebrew spell.
Oh,
yeah.
It sounds very close to a new druid feature.
Nah, this is a older homebrew spell I found. All themed around voodoo shit. That's like because Luca's a voodoo guy.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah. So okay. He has to make a wisdom saving throw as he begins to chant out shamanic things. I don't even know what I could possibly say to embody it without coming off as absurdly racist. So I won't even bother. The Kingpin fails the wisdom save, and then he becomes cursed, which Luca gets to choose an ability score, and while cursed, all ability checks for that score are made at disadvantage. He also
it's hex without the damage. Holy fuck, that's strong.
He also becomes disadvantage on his attacks against Luca. And while cursed, the creature has to make a wisdom save at the beginning of its turn or do nothing. Which means this little one now has to make wisdom saves every turn or do nothing. And he also takes 4d8 necrotic damage. So he takes 25 more damage. So that's 8. That's 108. This one is literally almost dead. He's on his last legs. All right, and that ends the Luca's turn. Which brings us to the true Kingpin, who is now over here. And he is now free to run the fuck away as you see him quickly turn tail, facing the other way and trying to run and escape. He uses his action, bonus action, everything to get all the movement he can. So it goes from 20 to 40, 40 to 80. So he can move 80
Oh,
feet.
he's got bonus action dash.
Yep. And he ends his turn realizing, looking at the exit way, is completely sealed with a wall of steel. You see him turn around and say, I was just simply gaining distance to strike you all down more efficiently.
Sounds like something a coward would say.
He did take the 15 damage from the blood thing.
Yes, I wrote it down. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Which means he uses everything trying to get away, only to realize he cannot get away, which means he ends his turn. But he does get his legendary actions back. Emmy, you are up.
Emmy having an innate feeling that we need the power of friendship for this.
Take a funny die, because I have no idea what the fuck that
do.
means, but that made me laugh. Fucking what the fuck?
I think it's from like a kid's cartoon or some shit.
It's from My Little Pony. Yeah, it's a My Little Pony
I
reference.
I didn't know if that's what it was, but I had a fucking sneaking feeling. God damn it. So fucking stupid.
It's like a very common anime trope at this point. That
Yeah,
is
that
like,
is
oh,
true
we
as
can only
well.
defeat
Power of-
someone with the power of friendship. It's
The power of friendship
so
when y'all are
annoying at this point.
bodying him right now. You are fucking beating the living shit out of this dude, and you're like, the only thing that'll save us now is friendship.
Go
Okay.
power of friendship.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
Oops, sorry, Urisa. Oops.
we agree he's within 100. Yeah, he's long within 180 feet. Okay.
Yes.
I will use some of my no action things to expend a. I will expend a second level spell slot to get a bardic inspiration back. I will expend the bardic inspiration to get my beguiling magic back. I will then activate my staff to use a charge to increase my range of charms by three times. And I will use 2 charges to no wait, that's a bonus action. I can technically use. I'll save that. I'll use 1 charge to extend my range by 3. And with that, I will cast Friends on Nessa. The effect isn't actually important because I can then instantly, because that's an enchantment spell. No, sorry, I will not use. I will use. Shit! I need to actually use something else. I will cast Mirror Image at 3rd level.
Okay.
That's an illusion spell. So then I can, using a spell slot, I can then use my Beguiling Magic class feature.
Okay.
I need, and because he's within 180 feet now, the Kingpin, I need a DC 17 Wisdom throw.
Okay. DC 17 Wisdom save. He did pass that.
Okay, but that was my that was my class feature.
Okay. Oh, okay, right. So oh shit, I also forgot to make it a disadvantage. Let me reroll that regardless at disadvantage. Oh my god, how did I come on. How did I manage to make this thing freeze? I click a single button on my dice roller, and I need a better dice roller than this. I need to probably up this. Hold on. Come on, come on. I gotta close it and reopen it. Okay, there we go. All right, roll, and okay, at disadvantage. That is okay. Never mind. That is a fail with a 3.
He's charmed for a minute.
All right, and as you use your special ability, your class feature, your unique magic, if you will, and you charm him, you realize that as your magic envelops his mind, and you essentially peer into him, you see that there's something creating a tear, a crack into some like another realm. And as you see this, it's like it sucks your consciousness in, and you're pulled finally to the mental realm of the Kingpin. You see the scene in front of you exactly as what has been described so far. In the very center of this mountaintop area, like this pavilion essentially, there is Vadagar creating this beam of golden light shooting into the sky. About halfway up the beam before it branches out, there's a siphon, a vortex, a storm of not only blue ice magic, but gold lightning magic and red blood magic just violently swirling around into the beam of golden light, creating a creating a variety of different colors shooting off, creating different magical effects in the distance. And looking into the distance, you see all of the different little kingpins being destroyed and repelled by your group of friends and of adventurers that you have come to know. And you see Gadok creating essentially a shield for Vadagar. You see Nessa shooting the beam into the vortex, trying to do as much damage as she can to help. And in the center of the vortex, above the Kingpin himself, injured, bloody, and bruised, you see Atlan just shooting out this waterfall of constant blood and radiant energy, just showering him in endless destruction. But with all of this, he still is able to move. He grabs into the ground with his claws, muted, trying to pull himself out of the torrent, trying to drag himself out of the vortex. Inch by inch, he's getting closer and closer, and you have but a moment to act. What do you do?
So I can't do much for damage, but I can cast polymorph. So I'll do that.
Perfect.
And I'll polymorph him into a ferret.
You look at him.
His fucking nightmares.
You look at him and you raise your hand with a single finger and you go, no, no,
No, exactly.
And as you do this, you hum it even. You sing it with a little bit of glee in your voice as a wisp of magic falls from your fingertips, rising into the air, exploding like a firework as it creates just a swirling storm of energy. And as it begins to whirl around like a cloud being sucked into the siphon, this typhoon, it finally hits him, the Kingpin looking at you, gulping. He is terrified. He knows what is happening, and suddenly he feels his claws begin to slip out of the ground, shrinking, changing, going into his body until he is all but a ferret, trapped in the center of this torment, being just bombed magic after magic as you attain your spark of nature divinity. And with that, you all seal the deal. Because with this next damage roll, I believe it is game over. Okay, Owlbear, of course, now won't let me roll dice. Of course, wonderful way to ruin a moment. All right.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
All right, let's try this again. 30 d20s. Let me go ahead and focus back on the scene at hand. Okay. All right. And 336 damage. 336. Emmy,
Yes.
describe the kill.
So as he turns into a ferret. It is not as much a kill as it is it gaining the effects of true polymorph, which means he cannot turn back from this ferret, even if the ferret is killed. So she'll walk over and simply just push it with her staff, which will deal enough damage for it to die.
And as you kill the ferret in the mental realm, and the torrent ends, the tree of energy explodes, creating like an aurora borealis in the sky with the colors of all of your magics that you've applied to it so far. All of the little kingpins in the distance having turned into ferrets, scampering off into the woods of the sanctuary. And suddenly you're pulled back to the real world. And before everyone's eyes, in an instant, all three of the little versions of Kingpin instantly dissipate, turning to nothing, and the Kingpin himself begins to shrink, 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 until he becomes just a regular ferret. You have destroyed the Kingpin's soul, shattering everything that he once was, meaning that this ferret is now genuinely nothing but a ferret. You have beaten
Way to go.
the
We'll call ourselves the Prismatic Padres.
You have beaten the Kingpin. You have beaten the Kingpin, but at what cost? For the Luca looks at all of you and says, "Without a body, my friends, straw is gone forever." As you all realize, with this being the case, straw has fallen from all of your grasps.
The effects of true polymorph will only take effect if he maintains that form for an entire hour. So technically, if he dropped concentration, he
Yeah.
That's not what we're doing. I just said he has become this ferret.
Yeah,
It's not.
Yeah,
the
the
yeah.
soul is gone. There's nothing much to do.
The Kingpin is gone. This is all that is left is the ferret. There is nothing else.
I'm horribly sorry about that. Sad we have an NPC death. Holy fuck, we did it though.
Same.
Holy fuck, we
mean-
did it.
That was a long fight. I was expecting one of us to die. I'm not going to lie.
It was damn close.
Very close on so many ends.
The DM's been trying to kill someone for so
I thought it
long
was
now.
gonna be Willow. I thought it was gonna be Willow.
It ended up being what it ended up being, and I am very sorry, Atlan, that your wonderful compatriot Straw has passed on.
Received.
I feel so bad. Fuck! I hate killing
No,
characters.
you don't. You've been trying to do this for ages now. Like, you do
It's
not feel bad. You
good
feel
for the
accomplished.
Casually
story!
rolls all the damage dice. Yeah, I feel so bad. I feel so bad
It's
doing
good
that.
for the
You did it. You
story.
specifically did it on purpose. We
It's
know for a
good
fact.
for
Anyways,
the
I'm just trying to stop
story.
him.
You've been.
Someone can do.
It's
I'm
good
gonna be honest
for
here.
the story.
No, no.
I'm gonna be honest. A DM can definitely try, very intentional, to kill someone, but still be sorry when
But
it
still feel
happens.
bad.
Yeah.
feel
Because they're doing their
bad.
job, bro. They're doing
Just
their
trying
job.
to make the story more impactful. And so far, I've heard constantly from time and time again that well, I've said this is a hardcore campaign. No one's died. It's not been that hard. It's like so I'm supposed to crank it, and I wanted to make this a more impactful moment. And I did actually write that legendary action to be a one-shot kill, and I expected actually to get it off on more people. So congratulations on that, at least, for stopping me from doing that.
Congratulations.
Yes.
You might have expected that, but Emmy said, "Nuh-uh."
Exactly. And with that, The Kingpin has been quelled, and initiative comes to an end.
I missed. I
Nessa
didn't get.
passed
I didn't
out.
get the
Nessa
chance to
passes
do
out.
something funny. If Emmy hadn't killed Kingpin, I was gonna use Vortex Warp to teleport Kingpin back towards us. But
Oh yeah, that would have been funny.
poor
I
Tracy.
find thematically though, Emmy just looking from like 160 feet away, just being like, "Nuh-uh, what are you doing? You can't run nowhere."
And everyone has gained their first spark of divinity. So, let me explain this now for everyone, because I'm sure you're all very curious on what this means. A spark of divinity is not permanent. If you are not happy with the divinity spark that is ignited within you, you can always let that ember burn out. And a divinity is a flame that can be multicolored. What I mean by that is you can obtain up to 3 divinity titles total, which means if you are happy with the one you've currently begun unlocking, you can continue to progress and continue to unlock it until it completely ignites. From there, you can only be igniting one at a time. You have to work at one at a time. But after one is ignite, you can then begin to ignite 2 more. You have to take the processes to get it. It takes hard fights like this. Certain fights throughout the campaign will have access to igniting them through moments like you all just experienced with the mental realm and the Erd tree and everything that Vadagar created. So, like I
Which
said,
was baller.
if you don't like the spark that has currently ignited within you, just let it die out. Just tell me that you want to let the spark die, and I will completely wipe it away from you. Otherwise, write down in your character notes that the spark of divinity, of which I gave you, Nessa, cold. You were given ice divinity, Godak, lightning divinity, Vadagar, vengeance divinity, and
I got nature, I think.
Atlan blood divinity, and yes, Emmy nature divinity.
Now,
Can you go through those one more time, please?
What was that, Alan?
Could you repeat those one more time, please?
Yes, no problem. Vadagar obtained the spark of vengeance divinity. Nessa obtained the spark of ice divinity. Godak obtained the spark of lightning divinity. Vadagar, I said Vadagar's already. You obtained the spark of blood divinity, and Emmy obtained the spark of nature divinity.
Thank you.
just out of curiosity, because I know you had mentioned this to me a while before, saying that it might happen in the future, but I thought you said just
That is
because vengeance was the one that we were going to give to a
you're
certain other person.
you're misremembering something. Just let's not talk about what you're talking about, because that's a future event.
Never mind then. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That yes, you are correct though. I said when you unlock your divinity.
We won't.
But
We won't talk about it
just
anymore.
like just when you were in the whole mental realm, when I said you unlocked your divinity, I said it was meant for someone else. That I was talking to Xerix. Yeah, I was saying you're getting his vengeance divinity. You're going to work to unlock it, at least.
Gotcha.
You don't get it right away, but yeah, you'll begin to unlock the kind of stuff that he was going to get with his revenger.
Gotcha.
Because I worked so hard on it, and I didn't want to just throw it away. And I figured if anyone was gonna like it, I figured you would. If it would fit your
All right.
character.
Fair enough. I wasn't sure if this was what you had spoken to me beforehand, but you said
No,
it's not
yeah, no, yeah.
yet, so I'm not gonna. I won't talk about it any further.
Awesome. With that, obviously combat has ended. What does everybody do? There's now a little ferret just sitting.
That was an intense
on the
12
floor.
seconds.
So Emmy would pull out some berries she has in her rations, and she'd run over to the ferret, trying to feed it. She'd be quiet, of course, and she'd bring Lila, who is a nature spirit, well, a pixie, but very closely connected to nature, so she'll try to adopt this little ferret.
Okay. Roll me animal handling. If you want to use any spells to, animal friendship, anything like that, let me know.
I do not have animal friendship.
Isn't Lila?
Sad.
Isn't Lila?
No.
Really? Nature fairy?
No. Yeah. Well, they're connected to nature, but they aren't. They aren't dryads or anything.
Okay, that makes sense. Then.
Pixies are closely connected to nature because they are, well, magical fays.
Okay, gotcha. All right, roll
Yeah.
animal handling. I would say at advantage with Lila's help.
Yeah. Great. It's a +5. Oh, that's a 21.
Oh yeah, you hold out the berries, and you and Lila's calming presence, the spark of nature within you, like igniting even hotter, as you do this act. The ferret instantly recognizes you as a friend, and it runs up to you, scampering onto your shoulder. And he instantly becomes friends with you. He calls into your hair, and he kind of like makes a nice little bed, and he just lays down.
So cute. Now I gotta find a name for a ferret.
Hold on. Which
Yeah.
let me see. Do I have multiple images of a ferret? I do. Which ferret does Buddy Boy have over here? Because I want to use the other image. I don't want to use the same image as Billy's ferret. Where is Billy with his ferret? All right. Well,
This
while
official
while I do this, okay, his is black. Okay, so yeah, the white one is the one you want to have. Okay, cool. That's fine.
What stat block should I use officially, or which?
Uh, there is
It'll be.
a just look up D&D ferret and then find whatever
Yeah, there's a
one.
ferret, but for the placeholder on the sheet, a rat? Question mark.
That's fine for now. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just rename it ferret.
Yeah, it's fine. And then make sure to multiply its HP by your level since it's your pet now.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So Emmy runs over and befriends the Kingpin ferret. Will you name him Kingpin?
yeah. Fuck it, we do it. Kingpin, the ferret. Okay, so I need to roll 8d4s -1 for for the level. No, wait, we use max, so
Max HP,
it's
so you don't roll, just max, yeah.
3 times 8, which is
All right.
yeah.
So while Emmy
I'll
does
fix
that,
that
what
right
is
away.
everyone else doing?
Yeah, I'm going to dialogue here with Gorb real quick. It seems that it's done, Gorb. Your brother's been defeated.
He turns to you.
Indeed. Now, I wish to return to my home. So if you will excuse me, please remove the bars, locking us in.
Where exactly is your home?
The mountain within Gondorus, the land to the north of Tristram.
And you remember our bargain. You remember our deal to help with the Dark Mage and his kin.
Oh, I see my mic. I saw my mic cut out that time.
You will find me within the deserts to the north, wreaking havoc on this so-called mage's forces. I will free my desert and claim my mountain.
And then sounds fair, and I'll stroke my. I'll very, very methodically stroke my beard, and say, "Don't forget, as long as I exist here, you said you would hurt no innocents."
I did agree. I will hold until this war is over.
Yes, that's good enough for now. You for now that should do for now. And as I say that, the steel barring the door will start to crumble and fade to dust.
And as that happens, you see Gore begin to shrink, beginning to smallen and change form. The scales beginning to turn to flesh, his hair beginning to form, as his true humanoid form is finally revealed. However, you all recognize it instantly. It seems someone's brother really did copy to the very end. As Gorb's true form is revealed.
Hilarious. So the Kingpin didn't ever take his actual form. It just copied his. Oh my god.
Yes, I'm glad someone understood it. Yes, Emmy, exactly. The Kingpin not only sealed his brother within his own mind, within the womb of their mother, he then stole the looks of his brother, and then even stole his, the identity, everything. What do you does anyone say anything as the Gorb takes his human form?
That look suits you, Gorb.
Aye. Thank you very much, Vadagar. As he turns and he begins to walk. And as he gets next to Godak, he stops. Turning back, he says, I see you have ignited a spark. But I think there is one that suits you better. And he puts out his hand to you, Godak. And he offers you a spark. This spark could replace the current one that is inside of you. This spark is the spark of dragon divinity.
I'll take it.
All right. And in an instant, the embers of lightning divinity within you are extinguished, and a fire ignites in its place of draconic divinity. All right. And as you take it, he turns back and he continues walking, and he sees Arista hanging from the ceiling, and he just kind of nods it off, and he continues walking around until he finally exits the building.
Anything about the ferret?
No, he does not care.
No. Yeah.
He hates his brother so much he doesn't even look at the ferret. He doesn't even acknowledge the ferret's existence.
That's so good.
Just
That's exactly the reaction
nothing.
I wanted, actually.
He fucking just cold stare straight ahead, and it kind of it kind of rubs you like as if he's not wanting to look at you, but you assume that it's not you, it's the thing on your shoulder that he's trying to avoid looking at. And yeah, and he leaves, and in an instant, Gorb disappears. And with that, we will end today's session.
We're not going until 8?
No, we start at 3:00 to go to 7. We started an hour earlier. I still can only do the certain time frame, but we started an hour earlier.
Wasn't it? Didn't we do 4 to 9 before, and then?
And then
Or am I confused?
We did 4 to 10 originally, and then I switched to 4 to 9, and then because I was doing 4 campaigns, I decided we only could do 4 to 8, and then we all decided that we should probably meet an hour earlier for Emmy, since Emmy's British time and everything. So now we meet from 3 to 7.
I thought we did 5-hour sessions.
Most of all of our recent recordings, up until like episode 6, are all about 4 hours. So we've only been meeting for 4 hours. We were meeting for 5 hours, and then originally we were meeting for 6 hours. But yeah, now it's just I can't do any more than 4.
Oh. Alright then.
with that, we will leave off here. The Kingpin vanishing from sight. And actually, we'll leave off with a cliffhanger, actually. As the Kingpin leaves the chambers, you hear scampering, clamoring of a person coming closer and closer until you finally see him enter within the chambers. The little goblin, Gob. He sees all of you, and a happy smile comes out on his face. Oh, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I no longer feel the chains on my heart. They are gone. Is he dead?
Free.
Oh, 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 I can't thank you all enough. And he comes scampering in, running past you, Emmy, jumping up on top of the couch, climbing all the way up to the very top of it, looking at all of you, saying, I am Gob. I am Gob. Please, let me offer you my assistances. And as he bows his head and he says this, it happens. I believe he's already on the board, right? No, he's not. As he says this, you all, for one more time, or for the only time today, and to wrap up today's session, you see the map unfold, the scroll unfold before all of you, as another face is added to your potential allies list, as Gorb offers his services.
God.
Yeah, Gob, not Gorb. Jesus, what am I saying? Gob
No,
offers
we want
his
Gorb.
services as a druid.
Oh, a druid.
Oh, who left the call?
Nessa.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Gorb, druid, spore,
Spore druid.
spore.
Welcome back.
There we go. All right. And with that, he offers you all his assistances, and that is where we will wrap up today's session with the cliffhanger of who will be taking Gorb. As always, I hope everyone has enjoyed today's sessions. I hope everyone at home has enjoyed watching. All of the people, for all the live viewers, thank you guys for coming out. Everyone, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you made it this far into the video. It means a lot to us. Channel's at 1,018 subs as of now, so we're happy to see it continue to grow, and we thank all of you beautiful bastards for coming out. Everybody say goodbye to the recorded people.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
See you guys next time.
recorded people.
And for all of you people watching the recording, I hope all of you adventurers have a wonderful time. Peace out.